Welcome back to Marauder Madness 2026. Video games. Who will rise to the top to be grand champion? Let's find out. Hey everybody, welcome back to Hollow Knight Marauders Live. I'm AJ, joined here by my bomb bad
video games
bracketeers.
I'm a bracketeer. I'll take that.
You are now.
Hell yeah. Sure.
We're here for Marauder Madness Part 3 at this point. Because we did the one bracket last year of Glups. Everyone loved it. So let's do it again. But let's do it 3 times in March. Ooh. So last episode, we did sound effects, which was amazing. It was a big hit. Got a lot of great reception from people in person, believe it or not,
you guys
and
loved
online. Great time. So this week we've got video games, which I'll give you behind the scenes on this one. We were supposed to do this one. We had our fingers crossed. We were hoping to do this as a panel at PAX East this year. But if you can believe it, we got waitlisted.
Yeah.
Waitlisted.
They didn't want the Marauders.
Nope.
So we love you, PAX East. But we're going to be giving you slight jabs all night. Some extracurriculars.
Call your local PAX and tell them you want to see a Hollow Knight Marauders panel next time.
I will have you say, though, we'll brag a little bit. We've done 3 PAX panels, so they can let some other people do some. So maybe that's why. They can let some other people in there.
Sure.
But how's everybody doing? How you guys doing tonight?
I'm good. I'm ready.
Hanging in there. I'm ready to do this.
We need the Marauder. What do we call like our fans? Our friends and fans.
Marauders. Yeah, Marauders. Everybody's Marauder.
They're just the Marauders crew. I mean, we just got a bunch of pirates, right?
I feel like I had a good name once. The Bombad Marauders.
I don't know.
I have no idea.
So we're doing video games tonight. Right behind me on the board, the great board I've been posting about and that we've been posting about all the time last night. I've got 68 video games, and you're probably saying, AJ, isn't a bracket usually 64? And I would say, you bet it is. But if someone wants to pull up the big screen.
Hang on. All right, we're good. You're live.
I'm live.
Yeah.
Man, this is a bigger board than last time. So we have a new board. In the middle, we have our play-in bracket for the 80s. And that's where we get the extra 5 games from. So those games are going to go first. And then we have a play-in spot here in this section. And one of those, kind of like if you remember the Glup one, we had the Pod Racer play-in just to get to this one spot. So very exciting. For no reason at all, I have Yoda Stories here next to me.
Hey,
sitting
I'm
there.
Calling, what's that word? I think you should...
Excited?
No, conflict of interest. That's it. I'm calling conflict of interest on you.
Why?
Even though I have Force Awakens right here, or Force Unleashed.
Is it because of my Star Wars Battlefront 2 shirt?
That's a sick shirt. Yeah, you were wearing that last time.
Shout out Tatooine Traders.
That's a great shirt.
I'm like looking around to see like what I can compete with, like what's actually here for like physical copies of video games, and I don't have any around me. There's a lot of stuff, but no games.
There's a lot.
I got this guy. I got the VHS copy of The Force Unleashed.
Jamie's gonna pull out like.
That's all I've got though.
Can you guess what I'm gonna pull out, AJ? Actually.
Terrascasi.
No, it's something you got me last year. AJ found these for me last year. They're just like random, not for this actual game.
Oh yeah.
Expedition 33, but for the PlayStation. What?
That's awesome.
And Cyberpunk 2077
for
but
PS1.
For the PlayStation.
That's crazy.
Anyway,
yeah, those are cool. Oh man, my butt cushion's not on this chair because I had Matt try it out last week.
True story.
Sorry,
I saw Matt in person last week.
I know. Can you believe it?
We went rock
stole
hunting,
my butt cushion.
And that is 100% what you think it is. We looked for rocks on the beach.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
anyway.
I've got plans. Oh yeah, AJ, look what I found too.
Whoa!
Oh, great game!
I'm bringing this next time. I'm bringing this.
I've been telling Jamie about it.
That's a rare one, dude.
I want to.
It's hard to find.
The circle back. The whole point. AJ mentioned the play-in bracket for the 80s Star Wars video games, but let's bring it back to Star Wars, as I want to derail it, but let's bring it back to Star Wars. We had the play-in bracket for the 80s Star Wars video games because there technically were only about 5 of them. And there was a couple of additional ones that were like arcade machines, but we weren't going to count those in this playthrough. It had to be something that was some version of like a console type or handheld game, not a arcade machine. So there were about 5 80s ones, and we're like, you know what? By default, the first game gets like a bye, the first Star Wars game ever made, which was Empire. And then the other ones will like duke it out a little bit. So yeah, that's why that one has
These
a play-in
are
bracket.
Also interesting because I saw Hannah in the comments mentioned how few Star Wars games they've played. So
there's so many.
The 80s ones, I've watched some of these, but I've never played any of these. So I feel bad if someone is watching from like living in the 80s and playing those. I don't know if any of these would have made it all the way anyways. So
somebody's watching from 1982. I apologize in advance.
If you're watching this video in 1982.
Yeah.
First
but in 2026, we got a
lot of games ahead of you.
Yeah. You got a lot to look forward to.
But yeah, there are tons of Star Wars video games. Yeah, it's kind of wild. I feel like a lot of people who are into Star Wars might not necessarily be into the games as much as like they don't know how like deep that they go. Then some people are like just like Star Wars gaming, and then like you get like modern games now where people who aren't into Star Wars play them. And they're like, it wasn't really that good. And it's just like, but okay. And you just got to like move on with your day. Justice for Outlaws, because Outlaws was actually a really damn fun game, even though it wasn't publicly like well liked, because it was just kind of like whatever overall. But it's a really good Star Wars story.
It's such a good Star Wars story. You can tell the writers and creators put their homework in so hard on that game. I mean, it is insane the amount of references and connections that game has. Very impressive.
So I know there's been a lot of hubbub online about Galaxies. It is on the list.
Don't worry, guys.
Ken Shaw himself was messaging us about it, the author. So that was cool.
So
it's on there though. Don't worry.
We went through multiple different lists of as many Star Wars games as possible, and then we narrowed down ones that didn't really make sense. So like I said, we took out things that were arcade machines. A lot of the games like Galaxies, a lot of the strategy games were left out, but Galaxies is in. And a lot of like, as we progress like through like the eras, it's funny like doing the research for it, because there was a lot of games in the early 2010s that were flash games on StarWars.com that were technically like Star Wars video games. We didn't include those. There was a lot of those. Star Wars Angry Birds almost made it on the list, but it didn't get put on. But we had to start cutting stuff down. And then I think we have maybe 1 or 2 VR games, because that's still also like kind of like uncharted territory as of right now. But I think that there's a couple on there. But it's wild to like think about of how much technology has changed. Let's get profound here. Because the initial like the first like Star Wars games were like literally just like basic like Pong, and like that's it. And then now we have like VR gaming. But that is what it is.
I've had this request from some people, from some friends, about getting a spreadsheet or a PDF of the bracket itself.
Sure.
So
we can do that. We can cook that up later. It'll be of our final list, not of the full list, but I can pull that.
We'll cook something up. We'll share that somewhere. But anyways, shall we begin? Any last words?
Sure.
No, I'm ready. I think
that's enough intro.
So we're starting with the 80s, guys. Like I said, we're starting with the 80s. 1982, Empire Strikes Back, the game, gets the bye. We'll show it off here. So this game, you essentially played as a snow speeder that looked like 2 bricks put together.
Yep.
Flying around, taking out HEAGs.
You're shooting walkers. That's it. That's the whole game.
So that has the bye till the next round here in this 80s play-in bracket. So first matchup of the night, we have Return of the Jedi Death Star Battle versus Jedi Arena.
Which
sound effects, I'm sorry.
Is literally 2 lightsabers going just
you waggle them.
It is legitimately Pong.
It is so funny, dude. It is so funny.
So I don't have much knowledge of either of these games. I have more knowledge of Jedi Arena, oddly enough.
Same.
I've seen the two things waggling around at each other. So what do you think you guys are going with here?
I'm going to go with Jedi Arena.
I'm going with Waggle, yeah.
I am too. There might be a Waggle sweep.
It's a Waggle sweep. Let's go for sweep of the night.
Wow, we're sweeping early.
I mean, I think you gotta. I mean, like classic video gaming is literally that kind of a function. So
now
okay.
I'm just picturing those two lightsabers, but they're brooms. Back and forth.
There you go. So Jedi Arena moves on to the next round in the 80s here. So then we have Star Wars. Very good name. Star Wars versus Star Wars Droids, made after the show, which is amazing. They made a game like this. We love it.
Look at curvy R2. Look at how bendy he looks. Awesome. Droids.
Oh my god, that was literally like that arc that we were just watching.
It literally is. It's the racers.
It's the racers crew.
Flippy.
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure what that means.
I don't know what that means. I don't know.
So with Star Wars Droids, it was literally a tie-in to the TV show Star Wars Droids, and it's this really cute like side-scroller adventure, and it actually looked like a lot of fun, like in watching gameplay of it, and like as far as like those kind of adventures are, and it was super colorful. It looked like the show, and otherwise like the regular like the Star Wars game is just like the retelling, same idea, kind of like side-scroller type adventure. But I think that Droids takes it for me because I think it just sounds like so much more fun.
Yeah, they're both side scrollers. Matt, what do you think you're going with here?
We'll do a droid sweep. Why not?
I didn't pick though.
Oh, I thought you said yeah.
But are you going to?
I'm going with Droids.
Woo! Droid sweep. Two sweeps in a row, guys. 2 sweeps in a row.
What if it was only sweeps?
Maybe it will be. Who knows?
We'll see.
So, with the chance to play Empire Strikes Back, the block flying around, taking out AT-ATs, we have Jedi Arena with a wiggle waggle versus Star Wars Droids, which we just voted for.
It's Waggle again for me.
Honestly, I gotta say again, Jedi Arena.
I'm going to Jedi Arena also.
Oh, man. Oh, God. Oh, it's a slaughter. It's just so funny. It's literally just 2 sticks, and you move the joystick back and forth, and they just move. It's so funny.
And it's cutting edge, right? It's cutting edge.
Cutting edge technology.
Big time.
Next up, to go to the big bracket of 64 games, we have Empire Strikes Back, the brick flying around, the original Star Wars game, the first ever Star Wars game ever made in 1982, versus Jedi Arena.
Jedi Arena. Dude, it's just too good. It's
David,
too good.
With? Are you going with the original game ever made that we gave a bye all the way here, or Jedi Arena?
I didn't realize I was muted because I was typing for a second. So this is like really tricky because I want to at least talk about Empire a little bit. It's pretty much just the Battle of Hoth, and I remember it looks like super colorful. They like did this like weird like Patagonia type like purple to like pink with the blue with the sky like kind of background, and you're just like zipping back and forth, and it's another, this was like classic of classic, like the way that video games looked in the 80s. So like I want to give it to that because I think that there's a bit more than Jedi Arena. Jedi Arena came out like a year after, if not the same year, and Jedi Arena is just Pong. And meanwhile, like the Empire Strikes Back is also just like every other like zip around flying video game at the time. But it was the first Star Wars game ever made, and for that reason, I will pick it. Empire Strikes Back.
All right. Good luck, AJ.
The first
no more
of the
sweeps.
night. I'm just trying to pull up like a picture of this game that I can share.
I got one. Here, hang on.
I've got one here. Oh, I can't. We're over the image count.
So So hang on.
Oh, you're gonna screen share?
Yeah.
Okay. This is very important.
This is very
important, guys. You need to see these.
Super important.
Games. You need to see this.
Okay, hang on. So this is what I'm talking about. Like, look at this.
That looks cool. That looks so cool.
Looks good.
Looks so silly.
First ever.
Oh, excuse me. I didn't realize you would see that too. What am I looking at?
Star Wars Jedi Arena.
Jedi Arena.
We were really, really excited for this one. All right, hang on.
Sticks or bricks?
Oh my god, I got the GIF, guys.
Oh no way! Come on.
Hold on. We're coming. We're on our way.
Gimme.
Here we go. Look at this. This is what Jedi Arena looks like.
That's awesome. Come on. Look at that. That's so good. Look at them waggling.
I'm going with Jedi Arena to go to the big one. And it'll probably get annihilated by whatever it's playing.
Nah, dude. I'm carrying this thing all the way.
What if it just won?
It could.
Jedi.
It very well could.
I hope it doesn't.
Anything can happen.
Oh my god.
Anything can happen in Marauder Madness 2026.
The 80s are over.
Oh, we're into the 90s.
We are. Where's my other Sharpie?
16-bit era. Blast processing, guys. This is where things really shifted into gear.
All right, guys. Oregon Trail. We're on to the big bracket. These don't have... So these go from like 92 through 2025 or whatever you want to call it. So these go from oldest, oldest, older, newest, if that makes sense, right?
That's good.
So we're going to be working our way to more recent. But they're not, we wanted to go 80s, 90s, 2000s, 2010s to now. Didn't work with the way we wanted to do it. So I don't know what you want to call these. We can call this Section A.
Yeah, sure.
So, Section A.
Section A. We're on Section A here. Dark Forces.
All right. Dark Forces.
Dark Forces. There's the one. All-timer versus Jedi Arena.
Wait, we're already doing Dark Forces?
We're in the 90s.
Did you hang on a second?
We're in the
What
90s.
order did you put these brackets again?
It's old.
Dark.
Well, they're not in order of dates. This is Dark Forces is like a high seed, so it's like the 1 seed.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I had to just go to my spreadsheet. Dark Forces is in this first bracket. I was just very confused how Dark Forces 1995 lined up against Jedi Arena.
So we have Dark Forces versus Jedi Arena.
Okay.
This is a tough one.
Jesus.
I don't think it's a tough one.
One is a really intricately layered game, and a Doom
Dark
clone
Forces.
is a very good Doom clone. And one is Jedi Arena, which is just phenomenal, which is just stunning. It is so good. Oh, God. Dark Forces was way too dark. When we played it, we couldn't see jack.
But about the remaster?
But that was because of like the TV setting or whatever the heck was going on with that. So
yeah, and then the rest of the problems were just us.
Yes, true.
AJ would fall off a bridge and we'd have to run all the way back up to the top.
There's some very dark, visually dark games on here.
Yes.
So it's no contest for me. It's Dark Forces because it's actually a good game.
I know. You're right. Dark Forces. It's you're right. Because we're taking this seriously, right? This is like the sound effects.
Mostly, yeah. There's got to be some.
It's so serious, yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. Dark Forces as well is my vote. So
Goodbye,
Dark Forces
Jedi
sweep.
Arena.
It got obliterated.
At least you made it into the bracket.
As it should have.
That's a big achievement.
It is a big achievement. I'll give it to them.
Up next, we have Dark Forces 2. Mystery of the Sith, which is an add-on. There we go. Which is an add-on to Dark Forces, where you get to play as Mara Jade. Jamie wanted that one included, so we threw that one in there. And it's playing Super Empire Strikes Back.
Oh God. Oh man.
So I mean, let me just say like at first. So I wanted to at least put in Dark Forces 2 Jedi Knight, which was, by the way, when they started referring to it as the Jedi Knight series. So it's a DLC to Dark Forces 2. So start over. It was a DLC to Dark Forces 2, Jedi Knight, Mysteries of the Sith. And I'm pretty sure it's the only video game in which Mara Jade appears. And you can play as her. And so I was like, I gotta like put that in there. I wanted to at least like get it on here because I think that it is like worth being on this thing. And then it's you have it against Empire.
Unfortunately, it is going up against
Empire
Super Star Wars Empire Strikes Back.
Well,
so I will say the Super Star Wars games, as Matt knows, the Super Star Wars trilogy is like, for the time in the 90s, early 90s, those were like the Star Wars games. Like they were all platformers, right? Well, they had some different changing modes where you'd be on like a speeder and stuff in some of the games, but great games, iconic games for the time until we got into the later 90s where we kind of could get out of that platforming mode and do other things. But they set the standard for like,
they really did,
a Star Wars game, I think.
For a lot of people, these are like the quintessential non-3D Star Wars games. Like these are the retro Star Wars games.
Yeah.
And like I grew up with Super Return of the Jedi. Super Return of the Jedi is the first video game I ever played. And then I got into the other supers. Super Star Wars, great. Super Empire, great. Like they're incredibly hard. Don't play them if you're 8. Don't do it.
From my from what I gather, Super Empire, kind of like Empire, is like known as the best one of the trilogy. So in this case, I'm going with Super Empire in a landslide for me. I don't know what you guys are gonna choose, but
I'm also gonna pick Super Empire. As much as I just like hyped up Mysteries of the Sith, I have only watched like a snippet of the gameplay and whatnot, and I just learned about it this past week. But that's just because I was doing this research for it. But like I've known of Super Star Wars more, and so I gotta go with Empire again.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's a super.
That's a super sweep. That's the first super sweep.
That's good. Up next, we have X-Wing versus X-Wing versus TIE Fighter.
Oh, I was hoping you'd do that.
X-Wing versus X-Wing versus TIE Fighter. No, that's good.
Oh, it's X-Wing versus TIE Fighter. My bad.
Yeah,
this
so
X-Wing, one, yep.
Which was the first in that series in 93.
A lot of verses.
And then X-Wing versus TIE Fighter, which was 97. I think that was like the third of those games as well.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, because it's X-Wing TIE Fighter and then X-Wing versus TIE Fighter.
Mm-hmm.
As I mentioned, some of these older games are going to be a little bit tricky to be like, oh, I played this one, I had a great time, I have great memories, because I haven't actually played some of these. I've definitely watched some of them, I've done research on them. So, the expertise there is maybe a bit phony-ish, how dare I say, but there goes the board.
There goes the board.
The board was mad at me.
We've researched what we could, though, because it's tough to get like the full access to actually like play them.
I hear the X-Wing trilogy is fantastic. One guy I was watching, he rated it as like some of the best Star Wars games he's played. If you're into that kind of thing of, piloting and all that, and I usually kind of am in these games, but I'm going to go with X-Wing versus TIE. It was like the latest and the greatest of that game, I guess, at the time. So I guess
I'm going with X-Wing because it's the original.
The original. It's a good reason.
I will also go with X-Wing because it's the original of the series.
X-Wing.
I just want to say like as well, like something about just like gaming in general and just like doing like the research for this is like we did like do that. I mean, like for the majority here of a lot of the older games, like AJ and Matt are the ones that typically like tend to play these things a lot, because I gotta say, most of these old games are some version of flying or doing some
platforming,
like, wacky platforming maneuvers. And like, it is not my thing. I cannot do it. Like it is just, I would say have the coordination.
I think you're better at the Phantom Menace game than Matt, though.
There are like a few things that I have like played. I was playing a Phantom Menace game last night, as we do, to prepare for this, and I like sailed through the first like level. Like
it was the fastest I've ever seen
any games than me.
It was the fastest I've ever seen anyone beat the first level, and I thought I was the best at that game.
I might be a genius or something. Who knows?
Maybe a prodigy. So next up,
Menace Savant.
We have TIE Fighter versus Rebel Assault.
Ooh, the original.
Yes, the original.
All right. There it is.
Rebel Assault. The box art's awesome.
I know. Look at these Look, just take a moment. Look at these.
Box art?
Look at this art.
The box art for Rebel Assault looks like the planet in Rise of Skywalker that they jumped to.
I bet that's
the crystals.
That's what they had in mind when they made this box art.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, for sure.
By Vincent Lee.
So,
good job, Vincent.
Rebel Assault 2 is one near and dear to our hearts. We interviewed Rookie 1 himself, Jameson Jones.
He was awesome.
Great time. Rebel Assault 1, I know you can't do as much. Rebel Assault 2, I think, is the superior game there. Both classics. And TIE Fighter, just like X-Wing, part of the series, is,
look at that X-Wing
heralded.
Blowing up. Do they have a TIE Fighter blowing up in the X-Wing? They do.
Of course they do.
Tit for tat.
So what are you guys going with here?
I am going with Rebel Assault.
Okay. Little Rookie 1 bias.
Yeah. 1,000% Rookie 1 bias.
It's not just that though. Like the thing about Rebel Assault is it was the first of the Star Wars games in the 90s to do this thing where they would insert real footage into the game. And it set this trend in like the gaming industry, at least in the Star Wars side of things, and I think some other games as well, where they would do like live action content within video games, which like is it a thing really?
Yeah.
And so like I gotta go with Rebel Assault because it was the first one to do that and have them like push the envelope with that kind of just like, oh, let's experiment with like this like technology because why not? Because we're Lucasfilm.
So I was gonna go with TIE Fighter so we could get X-Wing versus TIE Fighter, but Rebel Assault goes on. Yep. Rebel Assault.
So now it's Rookie 1 versus X-Wing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Next round.
Good luck.
So up next, we have Super Return of the Jedi. Matt's favorite there.
First game I ever played.
Versus the OG Rogue Squadron.
Ooh.
That's a tough matchup.
That is a tough matchup. Especially because I can't find Rogue Squadron on the damn thing. Wait. Oh, really? That far?
Wow, that's crispy. Look at that picture.
Oh, yeah. Had to get the crispy one for that.
I love the N64 packaging.
Again, awesome box art. Like, well, okay, this is normal. This is just the poster.
Yeah.
But look at this.
Look at that. Like over Mos Eisley for some reason.
Oh yeah, there's a bunch of AT-ATs just attacking Mos Eisley for some reason. Great stuff.
That does look good.
You know, I'm gonna cast my vote first because I don't know what else you guys are gonna talk about, but I'm gonna go with Rogue Squadron because this is like more of like something that visually just like jumps out to me more. Whenever we go like video game hunting or like junk hunting, I feel like we see Rogue Squadron a lot from time to time. Like you'll find it in the N64 like package like that still, and you'll find it and they're selling it for like crazy amounts of money. And it's like, oh, okay, I'm not gonna get that. But you see that a lot, and it gives me like fun memories of just like, oh man, like this is always like available still, and you can still find a lot. Which is funny because it's like, oh, is it a bad game? I don't know. But like,
N64 games were definitely overmade. Most of them, overproduced.
It's eye catching because like the Empire one is just it's still super Star Wars. Is it Empire? Return of the Jedi? Excuse me.
Return of the Jedi.
Return of the Jedi.
It's still just like the Return of the Jedi poster, but a bit like 8-bit. What's Lando doing there down low? It looks funny.
What are you doing there?
The thing like as well, it's the platformer, not my thing. Piloting, even less my thing. But I'm gonna go with like Rogue Squadron because that's still something that still like stands to this day of just like an icon, even though obviously Return of the Jedi does. But like Rogue Squadron, people know, they still talk about it.
I'll tell you a quick funny story about Super Return of the Jedi. First game I ever played. My parents didn't know that you could beat video games, that they were like that there were levels that you could progress through. The game starts with the OT duo in a speeder flying towards Jabba's palace, which isn't in the movie, so I was very confused. And for like literally a decade of my life, I thought that was the game. The gang in a speeder flying towards Jabba's palace was the whole game because I never beat it because I was bad at video games and a little kid, and my parents just didn't know any better and thought that was the whole game. So I know the first level of this game very intimately, and it's hard as balls, but I'm going to vote for it. I'm voting for Super Return of the Jedi because it has a near and dear special place in my heart.
What was the reaction once you beat the first level?
Dude, I literally couldn't believe it. And the second level is your Luke, and it's a side scroller, and you have to make your way to Jabba's palace. You have to like climb the cliffs of Tatooine. And then the final boss is like the eye droid that pops out of the door and he starts like kicking your ass. I never got past the second level. It's only very recently. I'm talking the last like 5 years where
we did together. Level. We got to like at least the fourth level without cheating. Yeah.
That was incredibly
then we got
hard
to the end of cheating.
If you want any tips, play as Leia or Chewie. Actually, play as Chewie because Chewie has the ranged attack. He has his crossbow or his bowcaster. So
good advice.
Pick Chewie if you're going to play Super Return of the Jedi.
Do you guys know where I'm going?
You're going to vote for Rogue Squadron.
Going with Rogue Squadron.
I had to get that little piece in. R.I.P. Super Return of the Jedi.
I'm glad you did. I'm glad you did.
Me too.
All-timer, but Rogue Squadron, any Star Wars N64 game, I grew up with. I love those. Rogue Squadron, the first one, looking back on it, very janky compared to like the newer ones. I know they had the third one was on GameCube. I don't know how many were there after that.
That was
the fourth one.
3. No,
they only did 3.
Sadly.
Okay, trilogies, Star Wars. So I'm going with Rogue Squadron. There's a fun thing in there where you can get I don't know if it was a cheat code or what, but you could do a little cheat code and you get an N1 starfighter to fly around in the OT era. That was kind of
incredible. That's awesome.
So Rogue Squadron.
Woo!
Moving on. Squadron. So next up, we have the before mentioned Rebel Assault 2 with the live action cutscenes and all that jazz.
Look at that.
Versus Masters of Teräs Käsi, or as Matt says, Teräs Käsi.
Yeah.
Even though in Solo, they say Teräs
Käsi. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. In terms of cover art, look at that.
That's incredible.
Look at that pose. Look at that Vader pose. Helmet in the back.
Look at Rookie 1. Look at Darth Vader's helmet juxtaposed against the explosion. Look at Rookie 1 popping out of that explosion and
is that a Minoc?
Looks like a Minoc. I can guess.
Yeah, why not?
I don't remember them in the game. And then look at Teräs Käsi. It is
also Vader's helmet in the back.
Oh yeah. Has Vader's helmet been in the majority of these? I feel like it has.
Probably.
It's a good, looming presence.
I don't even think you can be Vader in the game.
I don't think so either.
You can be like everyone
he wasn't
else.
A master of Teräs Käsi.
You can be someone named Thok. Remember, that's a Tusken Raider, I think.
Oh right,
Thok.
Good old Thok. Anyway, Rebel Assault 2. It's got to be Rebel Assault 2, guys. Also hard as balls.
Question.
We beat it, though. We
did, but oh, man, we were sweating.
Teräs Käsi is just a fighting game, yeah?
It is. Yes. It is literally just a like
Mortal Kombat business.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so this is one we haven't played at great length. If we have,
we haven't played it. I thought we bought
Matt and I played it for one night. It's in the other room.
Yeah,
but it's not very good.
This is the first.
I don't remember that well. That's why.
Where we've played both of the games, I think.
It is.
Oh, no,
it's the kind of a thing where the name alone like makes you want to be like, oh, what is that? Like just like look into that farther, and like even like Star Wars has like looked back on it and been like, oh, what is that? That sounds really cool. Let's just like name drop it and never talk about it ever again.
Look at shiny Luke.
Why is he so shiny?
He's so polished.
Why is he like?
He's been fighting.
Kendall over there.
Luke, did you put your head in the Shino Ballo?
No, what I was getting at is I'm really happy that like Star Wars thinks that Teräs Käsi is so funny as like a term. They like brought it back and stuck it into Solo. Like I think that is hilarious. That being said, they're like, you know what? We're gonna leave it at that because we don't we don't want to go into it further. I'm also gonna go Rebel Assault 2 just because it expanded on the first one.
What are you awing about?
Käsi?
I wanted a good close battle between Teräs Käsi. But
are you crazy?
I have a soft spot for Teräs Käsi, but
we can make it Teräs Käsi.
I can't make it Terrascasi.
I don't really like fighting games. I think that Rebel Assault 2 is more of an iconic thing.
Dude, Rebel Assault 2 is our game.
So I would say Terrascasi is more iconic. But for our purpose voting, Rebel Assault 2 would be the choice.
That's a good point. I'm still going with Rebel Assault 2, though.
As you probably should. But I was hoping for a close matchup.
What was the Millennium Falcon ripoff in that game?
I'm also going with Rebel Assault 2.
Fine.
What was the...
I can't remember.
Yeah, I can't either.
I'll tell a story from Rebel Assault 2 now.
Ooh.
So we were playing it, and I mentioned we interviewed the guy who plays Rookie 1 in the live action scenes, Jameson Jones. He was very fun to talk to. Very nice guy.
Awesome.
So we were playing the game one night, and this was during our string of like landing some really fun interviews just by chance, reaching out to people. So we were playing the game. We finished it. The credits are rolling, and it's like Jameson Jones, Rookie 1. We were laughing at these cutscenes all night playing this game. So I was like, I found him on Instagram, messaged him, hey, you want to come on for an interview with us for a Star Wars podcast? And then like 5 minutes later, he's like, yeah, sure. And we're just still watching the credits roll.
Dude, we were blown away when I tell you. We were like, what?
So I'm glad it won.
Jameson Jones?
And then it worked out. And he was really kind. He was really cool.
Dude,
yeah,
Rebel Assault 2 is impossible. Holy crap, was that a hard game to play. Do you know how many times we had to fly that friggin' Millennium Falcon clone through those stupid corridors while everything's collapsing on top of you and you hit one thing and you lose? Oh my god.
The thing I loved about that game was every level was like a different type of game.
Yeah.
You'd have like a shooting from behind cover part, flying that Falcon, first person, like X-Wing mode. There's a lot of cool different things. I like that.
Speeder scene where you're flying through the swamp.
All right, we're almost done with the old part of the bracket here. So Dark Forces 2, also with live action cutscenes.
Yes,
you can only play this on PC. We need to play it one day. We're going to play it.
We do.
Against the original Super Star Wars.
Wow. There it is.
And that's a matchup for the ages.
That really is. Because, like, it's so funny. When I was, like, uploading these images, I always forget that Jedi Knight is technically Dark Forces 2 because they totally dropped that. Like the next game is Jedi Knight 2, Jedi Knight 3. And I'm like, what are you talking about? You guys forget you were in another series?
Like kind of, because they changed the game like as they went forward because they were like, oh, we're gonna make multiples of this. And so it became Jedi Knight in the second game. So it was Jedi Knight, Dark Forces 2. And then like by the third one, it's Jedi Knight, Jedi Academy. They just dropped Dark Forces completely.
It's like the Rambo series. They did First Blood, then they did First Blood Part 2 Rambo, and then they did Rambo 3. Wait, hold on. Wait a minute, guys.
Wait a second.
Oh, wait a minute. Did you forget?
So
this is a tough one.
I'm going Super Star Wars here. It's the original adaptation. It's the original like full film Star Wars adaptation to a video game. And I know Super Return of the Jedi lost, much to Matt's disappointment.
Yeah, that's the one I would have wanted to win. But
Dark Forces 2 is pretty iconic for the cutscenes alone. I've watched all the cutscenes. Talked with our good friend Jack about them because he's a number one Kyle Katarn fan, maybe number two Kyle Katarn fan. But Kyle Katarn with the loaf of bread on his shoulder and all that. Watch the live action cutscenes sometimes if you can't play the game because I don't have any way to play this game right now. But I'm gonna go with Super Star Wars.
Super Star Wars. That's all right. I'm gonna make it interesting and say Dark Forces 2 Jedi Knight because the Jedi Knight series is one of the best like Star Wars video game series. It is like up there. And I have not played Dark Forces 2, but I've played Jedi Knight 2 and Jedi Knight 3, and those are some of my favorites. I'm getting ahead of myself. But I will go with the OG, the one that introduced Kyle Katarn as a saber-wielding guy facing off against what's his name with the ridiculous glasses.
Oh, I know, I love that.
Good stuff, awesome stuff.
Dark Forces 2.
Well,
all right.
Well, hold on. Did you?
I didn't vote.
No, I know. I'm just saying your vote.
Okay.
Oh, you're saying my vote before I said it?
I'm saying Matt voted for Dark Forces 2. I was like, all right, Dark Forces 2.
Oh. Well, I also vote for Dark Forces 2. I was very confused because I'm like, all right, just moving along. Okay, sure, whatever. But yeah. It goes Cal Katarn. He's a classic. And again, that was the first one of the Jedi Knight series to be called Jedi Knight, but to feature those cutscenes as well because they started doing it in Rebel Assault. We just really vibe with those things. They're just so funny. They like excessive like eyeliner on all of them because they like have the lighting all weird and using actual costumes from the movies because as the background because they're like whatever.
Yep. And in the 90s, the FMVs in Rebel Assault 2, Dark Forces 2, these games were the only things that were like live action Star Wars that Lucasfilm was filming in live action using the original like Star Wars vault of props and things like that from Lucasfilm. That was what they were doing.
Yeah.
So we're on to the last matchup of the olds for now. Shadows of the Empire versus Yoda Stories.
Uh-oh. Yoda
what do you think?
Stories. Hey, there he is. You have Yoda Stories. What do you think of it?
I've never played it.
Oh,
but I think it's an all-time bad game. So Shadows of the Empire is one of my favorite Star Wars games ever. So that's a blowout. That's a blowout for me.
Look, I'm just gonna do this real quick.
Cheese-or salad.
I think it's an all-time bad game is like literally one of the best things I've ever heard.
It really is. Anyone that's played it, I've watched it on YouTube. Anyone that's played it probably can agree.
See, this is funny because like I don't really know much about Yoda Stories aside from I know that we own that physical copy of it, and when we found it originally, we're like, "What's this?" and just bought it because it just looks so funny. I don't even remember like what it actually like the content.
Look at this game on the back
is. Really. This looks so funny. Like.
It's just a bunch of like puzzle games, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Well, this is Indy the Desktop Adventures on the back.
The Desktop Adventures. I remember that. I never played it.
That being said, Shadows of the Empire. Shadows of the Empire was another one of these things where it's like that's all you had in the 90s. There was like this cross-media sequence of books, video games, and comics, like all at once, and they were like, oh, let's do all of this stuff.
Yeah.
And they even like created like new score, like official like score for it and everything. And we're like, you know what? Yeah.
And the score goes hard, guys. I'm not even kidding. Dude, Shadows of the Empire, first multimedia project. It invented the idea of a movie without a movie.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just that big. Yeah. And AJ's writing it down before we even.
I mean, it's gonna be Shadows.
It's Shadows.
It's Shadows. Like it has to be. Like that is one like I have like consumed to a certain extent, and I'm like it's good, as silly as it is.
I'm sorry, Yoda Stories. Goodbye.
Did you? So what was your vote?
It was Shadows of the Empire. Yeah.
All right, good. I thought you were gonna be funny. Chad was trying to be funny in the
chat. No, he truly believes that. So, I will say, playing Shadows of the Empire for the first time. Talk about shadows.
That was another one.
Anything.
We could see crap.
All of these, dude. We picked the worst TVs to play these games on.
It was so dark.
They weren't made for new TVs.
How dark was it?
So dark.
It was so dark.
How dark was it?
That we were stuck in this one level in the sewers where we couldn't see and had to shoot, like continuously shoot the wall to see where the bolts were hitting so we could follow the path. That's how dark it was. It was so bad, dude. It was so bad.
But it was fun.
It was great. I mean, we made it. We beat the game, I think.
We did. We beat the game. We beat the game. So that section of the bracket, guys, for all of you that have been watching so far, I think will probably be like the most boring content of this. I know this has still been fun, but these next games, these next three,
oh boy,
are the eras we grew up in and are playing games still today. So we've played all of these. These are going to be tough games to compete with, I think. Some of these are going to be really hard for us to pick. Those were kind of a bit easier. We've only played maybe half of them. And there's some blowouts in there. These other ones are going to be very close. very, very good games coming up. So with that being said, we have in section B now, Bounty Hunter, Star Wars Bounty Hunter versus,
don't worry, I know exactly where it is.
Obi-Wan's Adventures.
Obi-Wan's Adventures? Oh my god. All right, hold on.
Which was on Game Boy.
Where in the heck?
Matt's fumbling around.
Boom. I got one.
That's
Obi-Wan's Adventures. Episode
Obi-Wan's
1.
Adventures.
Game Boy Color.
And Stupid Bounty Hunters, that's dumb and I can't find the friggin' cover, is not on here?
Oh, well, we know what we're voting for.
Reset that. Matt, do you need a hand, by the way, with removing the ones that are not supposed to be in
No,
here?
I actually did like a clear. I cleared them all out.
Okay, good. Are you sure? I see some that shouldn't be there. Anyway.
Well, I cleared some of them out just so we could fit them later.
Fit the future ones in there.
Yeah.
So, what was this matchup again? Bounty Hunter and
Bounty Hunter.
Obi-Wan's Adventures, which I've never played. Color. For the Game Boy Color.
So Bounty Hunter is the game about Django, yeah?
Amazing game. Very good game.
We have Attack of the Clones game and a Phantom Menace game going head to head. That's what these two are. There it is.
There you go. This game, it rocks.
It really does. Really it sincerely does. Like,
that's a really cool feature to it.
It's like a modern game.
And Hannah and some other people that might be watching this later on or listening to this, Bounty Hunter is backwards compatible on PlayStation. So if you have a PlayStation 4 or PS5, you can go into the PlayStation shop, download it. It's probably $5-10 maybe tops. Hopefully, you can play it now, and it's really fun to play. So
it is.
I recommend it.
Yeah.
You play as Jango Fett saving the planet of Coruscant before Episode 2, which is, I guess, a thing he did.
He's just doing some business.
I'll give my little spiel here for the prequel games because we're in that era now. I've done a couple projects, a couple of videos for us where I talk about the video games for Phantom Menace and Attack of the Clones, and even Revenge of the Sith, I think maybe. But Phantom Menace, they made 7+ video games. Most of them were like tie-ins to the movie, like adaptations of the film in some way or shape or form. Then the other ones are like pod racers and silly things. But Attack of the Clones, they took a different approach. They didn't have one that was an adaptation of the film, except I think there's one on Game Boy.
One on Game Boy.
Which is on this list. I barely count it because it's on Game Boy. Sorry, Game Boy fans, but I love Game Boy. I love handhelds, but come on, get it on the consoles as well. Big leagues. But where was I going with this? Most of the Attack of the Clones games are like prequels to the film, like lore heading into it. Kind of like Force Awakens had a lot of novels that came out that were Road to Force Awakens. A lot of these were Road to Attack of the Clones, where you play as Adi Gallia with the Jedi Starfighter going into the film, coming before the film. You go with as Jango Fett, learn about Jango Fett before Attack of the Clones. Before the movie, you get to see is Aura Singh in it? No, Zam Wessel's in the game.
Yeah.
The other one Matt just showed there takes place. Clone Wars is technically after the film, since and after.
Yeah, mostly after the film, somewhat during the film, but AJ explained it well. It's either before the film or after the film, but there's only one game that is during the film, and it's a Game Boy Advance game. For some reason, they did 20,000 adaptations of the Phantom Menace story and did one adaptation for the Attack of the Clones story that barely counts. It's a weird strategy.
We say all the time, we wish they did this. Like, imagine the Mandalorian video game with like tie-ins with the film or just the show. Like, that'd be awesome.
Here's the thing. Can you imagine if they still did this? I wish. They just don't make like throwaway video games at this kind of like an IP anymore. Star Wars is such like a protected thing now. They're just we can't do it. Like people still make garbage video games, we know, but like they're not like Star Wars video games anymore. And it's just such a protected IP, and it's been like that for a very long time. I did a deep dive about this on our channel at one point, or like it was info that I gave AJ about the whole business of when Lucasfilm Games ended, and then when there was like the non-compete at one point in which they were just allowing EA to make games, and then that was like a 10-year contract, and then once that lifted, we suddenly had a lot of games coming out, and there's a lot of plans, and now it's been like, we haven't released that many, but other studios are involved.
Thank God.
It's nuts.
Gaming
is weird.
So I want to give you guys perspective here. So this section of the bracket here is over 4 years, and there's 16 games.
Exactly.
That's insanity, dude.
Same with this, essentially.
Get out of here.
This section here is 16 games from 2008 to 2025.
Oh my God, that's so painful, dude.
That's the thing. And I know games are much larger now for the most part. I always talk about like, hey, GTA Vice City and GTA San Andreas came out like a few years apart. And now we're 13 years since GTA 5 to GTA 6 hopefully coming out. Like it's crazy. Now. They take a long time to make games, and they don't. Star Wars, like Jamie was saying, it's an IP. They don't like pump the games out anymore. I know we have like 4 on the horizon, hopefully, but anyways.
I know, and we're getting another like racer style game, which is crazy.
Great. I want more stuff like that. I'm always
we're getting the smaller games.
Yeah, I love that. So all right, Bounty Hunter versus Obi-Wan's Adventures. I'm going Bounty Hunter.
It's Bounty Hunter.
Is it a bounty?
Yeah,
it's
got to be Bounty Hunter.
It's a Bounty Hunter sweep.
There's even like a cool little like random like thing in this game in Bounty Hunter where you could like scan people and see if they have like active like bounties on them, which like unheard of. The game came out in 2002, and that you can like do that, and it's like that's something
you can scan them, learn if they have bounties, and then shoot them and pick up those bounties.
Turn them in.
It's crazy. That's great.
Just like random stuff. That's great.
Good.
Yeah. So Bounty Hunter moves on as it should. It's an all-timer. Next up, we have Rogue Squadron 2 versus Gungan Frontier.
Oh, Gungan Frontier. Holy crap.
Which is quite something.
I've got it somewhere. I've had these all labeled and everything.
The Rogue Squadron series, as we were saying, is an all-time X-Wing piloting series for sure. Gungan Frontier is
it's like a sim safari, isn't it? Like
you expand the Gungan colony, I think, on like a moon of Naboo or something.
Yeah, it's like riding the whole building like some sort of like city like world or like city type of builder. It's very almost it's almost like a Zoo Tycoon type situation, but
exactly.
With
and or Sim Safari.
Yeah.
So I really vibe with that idea. If you've played or watched Gungan Frontier, they didn't really execute it the best, if you can believe that.
Damn.
So I'm going with Rogue Squadron 2. I love you, Gungan Frontier, for the idea that you are, but they couldn't execute it.
Good idea. Not as good execution. I will agree.
You concur?
Well, hey,
I concur.
It's not going to be a sweep. I'm going to pick Gungan Frontier just because of the fact that the video games that I grew up with were those kinds of like sim, like Roller Coaster Tycoon, Zoo Tycoon type games. And so like way before for me, I was into any sort of Star Wars. I was into like those kinds of video games with just like city builders and those like simulation ones. And so I'm like, you know what? Gungan Frontier, because it personally is like a game that like I would have played if I was into the IP at the time, but I was not.
So, it's a cool game. It's a cool game, and I like it for its uniqueness. On this list. That's why we had to have it on here.
So
Matt,
Rogue
what did you
Squadron started off with the Battle of Hoth, right? And then Rogue Squadron 2, I believe, starts off with the Battle of Hoth as well. They really liked that series. Gee, I don't know, dude. What do you think Rogue Squadron 3 started off with? I can't tell.
I love them. Can you pull up the second and the third game there again? I love the font. I love the X-Wing battle damage X-Wing as the Rogue Leader. Oh wait, Rogue Leader. Rebel Strike. Okay, yeah. Rogue Squadron 2 Rogue Leader.
They liked that so much they took it and slapped it on the Bad Batch logo.
Yeah. It's very similar to that.
Would you look at that?
Wow.
So Matt, what is your vote? Did you officially vote?
It's Rogue Squadron. Yeah, it's Rogue Squadron.
RS2.
Rogue Leader. Yep.
All right, Gungan Frontier. I'm sorry, But up next, we're sticking with Phantom Menace. Obi-Wan, great game, versus Super Bombad Racing.
Oh God,
not a great game.
This is like top and bottom funny. Here. First of all, so funny that you can just tell the game designers were so pissed that Obi-Wan didn't have a green lightsaber to match the Xbox logo. They were so mad. They were like, screw it, we'll just make the whole thing green. Like, look at them. Why did they do this?
Because Xbox was like, we got to make it green.
Yeah, like literally, they were like, we got to make it green. But Obi-Wan doesn't have a green lightsaber, so forget it.
We want to make a Luke game. What? You're making an Obi-Wan game? Sorry.
A Luke game would be fun. So Obi-Wan is great. It came out a couple years after the Phantom Menace, and you play as Obi-Wan through most of the events of Phantom Menace. He starts out with like some other prequel crime stuff that you
you fight like a gang on Coruscant before you start like the movie,
on, like a construction site
into the movie. But first you got to fight Mace Windu at the
that was the maddest I've ever seen you in my life.
I don't get very angry very often. No, I beat it. I wouldn't have let you finish it for me. I beat it.
All right,
but
it wasn't pretty.
It wasn't pretty. I was so angry. Mace Windu was kicking my ass. And that won't be the last time. Should have made a Qui-Gon game, I believe.
Was this the infamous Come here, I want to show you something?
No, that is episode 3.
Oh, you're right.
Oh, okay. We'll get to that then. We'll get to that.
I want to show you something.
No, this was like a training exercise between Obi-Wan and Mace right before he goes into the events of episode 1. And Mace does not hold back. I am telling you, dude. He made me earn that friggin' braid. Holy crap.
Yeah. Hey, being a Jedi is not easy. You got to pass the test.
It's true.
So what are you guys going with here?
Super Bombad Racing made me dizzy when I played it. It was so bad. It made me dizzy. The music is off the charts good. 10 out of 10 soundtrack. Great job, whoever did the soundtrack. Guys who made the game, you got more work to do, because like I said, I literally got lost playing the game and got so lost that I started getting dizzy by the screen movements.
Yeah, it's the kind of thing where they were like, oh, we want to make a racing game and we want to make it exactly just Mario Kart, and that is exactly what it was. And the characters are cute, a little scary looking, but like that's the point.
Scary looking.
In that era, that was like
that was kind of like the vibe.
Mario Kart ripoffs.
Yeah, it does the job of what it is, but
Super
like
Monkey Ball,
Obi-Wan game.
Track racing.
Yeah, Obi-Wan
sweet.
There's only one game in the entire Star Wars catalog that lets you play as Obi-Wan, who can then run up to somebody and go, hello, 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 over and over.
What's your story?
Over
and I have a question. Is the Obi-Wan game, or this might be Phantom Menace game, but at the end of the credits, the voice actor randomly does like the entire like quote from Trainspotting?
Obi-Wan.
Oh, that's this game.
That's this game. The
Yep.
voice actor literally does like this entire bit of like doing the Ewan McGregor from Trainspotting, and it's like, why?
It's crazy.
Why is this in here?
It's awesome stuff. Awesome stuff.
Iconic.
Yeah, Obi-Wan, legitimately great game. Very interesting control scheme. I forgot to mention that. You swing your lightsaber by moving the right analog stick. So it's another waggle game.
I remember that.
We're carrying on the waggle. We're carrying on the waggle legacy. With
I always
Obi-Wan.
liked that.
Me too.
So that was fun. That was a cool.
It was a clever idea. I wish more games did it.
One last fun fact about Obi-Wan before the next matchup is when we did the Marauders a few years ago. Matt, I think it was the year's Jedi Survivor came out, or maybe Lego Star Wars. The
Lego
Skywalker
Star
Saga.
Wars.
You like forgot about it, which is a great game. And it's on this list later, and you're like, "Oh, the Obi-Wan game. Oh yeah, Lego Star Wars."
Yeah, 2023, I think. 2023 was when we played Obi-Wan, and I'd totally forgotten any other Star Wars games that came out that
game
year.
of the year?
You guys were just talking about any Star Wars game we played this year. So I picked Obi-Wan because I was having a blast.
Next matchup is Jedi Outcast.
Ooh.
Another one in the series. Jedi Knight 2, Jedi Outcast versus Episode 1 Racer.
Ooh. That
I know where I'm going. Oh, look at the cover. Why is he so sinister looking?
It's because he is sinister.
It's because it's Watto, dude. He's a slave trader.
He's a villain.
He is. So here's the thing. Jedi Outcast, classic. Absolute classic. We love Kyle Katarn. However, Episode 1 Racer, this was a racing game that I dare say they did get right. And they added in so many funny new pod racers, brought back the favorites, and yeah. Or am I getting confused with another game?
No, you have this one because it's Racer's Revenge also.
I'm thinking of that as well. I still like Racer a lot though. I think that they added in all the extra racers into Revenge, but I still love like the first like Racer game. So
for the time, Episode 1 Racer was awesome. It's still fun. And the best part of the game for me is when you go into Watto's shop to buy parts for your pod racer to build up. He's in there grumbling like, they come in, they don't buy anything. Why they don't buy?
Why they don't buy?
At you. And he looks at her, he's like 64-bit Watto just floating there. It's amazing. It's so good.
I gotta pick Racer.
I'm also picking Racer.
Okay, I'm picking Jedi Outcast, not a Racer sweep.
Oh,
I like Jedi Outcast, and I Racer is a phenomenal game, but Racer's Revenge is better in every way.
Yeah.
Well, that's
so
not
you
the
know
matchup.
which one I'm going to pick. Well, I know, but Jedi Outcast is unbelievable.
It's a good one. It is definitely a good one. So next up, we have the Phantom Menace game versus Starfighter.
Oh no! Why'd you do that? Why'd you do that? That's
I do not like Starfighter. I think it's a garbage game.
It's a great game. You're wrong.
I think it's all right. The second one's better. I do think the first one is a little bit of garbo.
No, dude. This game, Starfighter, has an Easter egg that was only discovered like last year or the year before, where in one of the levels, if you shoot all of the droid ships, you can catch a glimpse of Jar Jar Binks in a barrel going over a waterfall that is in the level.
If you think that saves the game,
against the Phantom Menace game? Are you kidding? No way.
No, I'm just saying.
Not even close.
Starfighter disguises itself as a good game.
Wrong.
It's not a good game.
Starfighter is a great game. You're just mad because you can't beat the final boss, which I can't
beat any of the levels. I carried us through the half the game.
Probably. It's a great game though.
So Phantom Menace game.
It is Phantom Menace game. We're not even going to entertain this, guys. Anybody who knows us knows that the Phantom Menace game is top tier, greatest game ever made, no questions. The developers, we had on and talked to them, which was great right before the Super Bowl. They went on to their Super Bowl party and they were going to talk about us apparently. With all of the same developers, like most of the team that worked on the Phantom Menace still gets together to this day to watch like the Super Bowl and hang out, which is just great. Awesome stuff. The Phantom Menace game is it's top notch. It's top notch in every possible way. What other game could you play as Qui-Gon and slaughter everybody at Mos Espa?
Jamie, you've now watched us play it a million times and you've now played it yourself.
Yeah.
It's genuinely like a pretty good. It's so janky and the camera's weird, but it's a pretty good game. It genuinely is.
Good game. Genuinely.
Yeah, it's as long as you get around the fact that the camera is tied to the way that you turn, and like you don't control the camera. It's just as you turn, the direction that you're facing is how the camera turns. As long as you like get past that, it's a lot of fun.
That's a lot
it is a lot of fun to play, and like I love how you can pretty much talk to everyone, and they have something stupid today or stupid to say, or they will just yell at you that you're stinky if you walk through the dumb worms.
Well, that's the thing. It's like the interactions change, and you can have do, like side quests.
Yeah, there's so many unwritten, like unmarked side quests you can just like go about.
Yeah.
You can just straight up murder everyone in Mos Espa as Qui-Gon if you want to. No repercussions. Absolutely none. It's fantastic.
That's awesome.
It's a really fun little game. And I gotta say, like, side note, Starfighter, I'm so bad at flying games. I have only played Jedi Starfighter, but I know if I even cracked open regular Starfighter, I would probably start to cry.
It's worse.
So not gonna even try.
Starfighter is a great game.
The best thing Starfighter 1 and 2 did was introduce the character Nim.
Yeah,
he's amazing. Awesome.
He's Nim is very cool.
Playing as Nim and not the main character of either of the games is amazing. Because his ship is awesome. He's cool.
He's got
the rest of the game.
Ass ship.
So yeah. So Phantom Menace game moves on, obviously.
For sure.
Next up, we have.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Next up, we have the Clone Wars versus Demolition.
Ooh, for Dreamcast.
For Dreamcast.
This is a really funny matchup.
These are both vehicle games, if you can believe it. The Clone Wars has a couple of levels where you're not in a tank, but for the most part, this game is all about Jedi in tanks. I don't know why that was the direction they went, but every Jedi rides a tank.
Yeah.
And does tank things. Like the whole game. And you're sitting there wondering, what the hell's going on? Why are all these Jedi in tanks? I want to, not be in a tank. I want to be running around with the lightsaber and like doing things.
Because why don't they just make you a clone at that point?
Well, that's exactly it. It's like, why the hell would the Jedi live in tanks during a war?
Know. They didn't know yet, because this was made at a time in which the Clone Wars just came out. They definitely gave these devs, hey, we're gonna do this thing in which the Jedi go to war, and these are their soldiers. Do with that what you will. And they're like, okay, they're gonna sit in the tanks, and that's what it was. That's what they decided. Nothing special.
Star Wars Fury. They're just gonna put him in a tank.
I wish that would be sick. Imagine like a Tales of like derail. You know how every once in a while, our friend Corey is always like, they should make a Tale of the Clones like miniseries, and we're always like, okay, come on. But like a really fun one would be 4 clones in a tank, and it literally just is Fury.
That would be good.
That would actually be a lot of fun.
And we could call
Brad Pitt one of the clones.
No.
We could call it Star Wars: The Clone Wars.
Exactly. Anyway, I gotta go with Demolition. Demolition is a hell of a lot of fun. It's just Star Wars Twisted Metal, and you get some like wacky characters in there. But like the base is in Jabba's palace. Yeah, and it's just a hell of a lot of fun. That's what it is at the end of the day, and it's just one of those things. It's just so random. The maps are really cute. They're not cute, but they're funny. It's like the Dune Sea. There's one that's on Hoth. There's another one that's like downtown Mos Eisley. Might be Mos Eisley. I don't remember.
The Wampa throws a huge snowball at you. When you're on Hoth, you can approach the Wampa, who's just like standing in the distance, just like menacingly. If you get too close to him, he'll grab a big snowball and just like huck it at you, and then you go like spinning away. It's great. It's really fun.
The best part about Demolitions is when you demolition. Is it demolition? Yes,
just demolition.
The best part about the game is when you win, each character has their own winning animation, and they all look like bowling alley cutscenes.
Yes,
like Twisted Metal.
It's unbelievable. You get a Wookiee with a mustache working on his thing, and he looks like he belongs in a Lucky Strike. I'm telling you, it's great.
So
that being said, I'm going with the Clone Wars.
I love Starfighter. We completed Clone Wars.
We did.
So I'm gonna go with Clone Wars. I think it was. So here's me with Star Wars video games, and we'll get to some of ones later that I like as video games, but don't like as something in Star Wars. So when I'm playing a Star Wars video game, especially the older ones, I'm like, oh, I'm just in this game. I'm not really thinking of like outside of Star Wars like I am with everything else we do, like lore junkies that we are. Because a lot of these games are obviously legends at this point, but if not all of them. But Clone Wars is kind of one of those ones where I'm lost in the game. As a game, it's awesome. I think it's a very fun game. I don't know why we're Jedi in tanks and gunships and all that, but I think the game is very fun. The story was wacky for sure.
Yeah, but it's crazy. Ulic Keldroma shows up to talk to Anakin Skywalker about falling to the dark side, and you fight a thing called a Proto-Deka. Nuts.
So, with that being said, I'm going with Clone Wars also. I think it's a real fun game from front to back. Demolition, amazing idea. I love that it's Star Wars Twisted Metal. I love Twisted Metal because it's essentially, as you were saying, that they have the bowling animation endings in Twisted Metal. Awesome. That's where they got that from, and yeah. But it didn't quite 100% work for Star Wars.
Demolition is still a great game.
It is. It's a very unique game again.
Yeah, where you could play as a bunch of people in different vehicles and Boba Fett.
Yes,
as Boba Fett,
as himself, no vehicle. So next up we have X-Wing Alliance.
Ooh.
versus Battle for Naboo.
Interesting.
If it's N64, you know where I'm going. This game's awesome. You get to play as Naboo police, essentially.
You do. And you get to fly around in a little blue Naboo starfighter for a little bit, which is crazy.
Yes.
And in this game, I don't know. I think you're probably an X-Wing.
I don't know.
Yeah, probably.
So 2 flying games for the most part.
Yeah, this is each other. Well, there are a lot of flying games. As we go through this, I'm like realizing like Rogue Squadron, Rogue Leader, Starfighter, Battle for Naboo, X-Wing Alliance, most of the Clone Wars, Demolition, like they're Rogue Squadron 1. They're all flying games.
Oh yeah.
We haven't even covered all of them yet. We still have more.
What are you guys going with here?
This is why I haven't played a lot of them, because when it comes to that, no go.
Battle for Naboo.
I've seen more of Battle for Naboo, and I enjoyed that, so I gotta go with that as well.
It's a good game. Hell of a game. So I have someone that comes into my work. I work at probably mentioned this on here, secondhand Lego place. I don't know how you guys would describe it, but that's pretty much how I describe it.
Yeah.
Someone comes in to what we call the pick a brick, grab your own Lego pieces, and they're building their own Battle for Naboo map with the police Naboo starfighters. And I was like, all right, I got to talk to you for a second because I love this game.
That is
and they were like, I think they were surprised I was so into it. But anyways, Battle. Whoops. Huh. Spelled it wrong. For
what? You spelled battle wrong?
I got confused for a second.
Oh, okay.
So up next, we have in the last round of this section for now, Jedi Power Battles.
Ooh.
Fantastic game.
Whoa.
Against Attack of the Clones for Game Boy.
Whoa.
Made by THQ.
Yep. I still cannot get over that this is the only representation Attack of the Clones has directly in a video game. Crazy stuff.
They could have made a great game.
Meanwhile, we're literally pitting Attack of the Clones against the Phantom Menace because this is, again, another game that just adapts the plot of the Phantom Menace. There are like 8 games that do that. Jedi Power Battles, I will say, is a lesser version of the Phantom Menace game. But
yeah,
it's
and you can play as more people for some reason.
You can play as more
like
people.
Random Jedi.
You can play
so
as
Jedi Power Battles. Jedi Power Battles and the Phantom Menace game when I was a kid were my first Star Wars video games I played, I think. And I remember them pretty well. I remember getting it from like Blockbuster and like playing with my friend Rohan.
Oh man.
And you can play as Plo Koon with an orange saber, I think.
Yeah.
We never got past the first level, I don't think. Just like Matt with Super Return of the Jedi. But
exactly.
Jedi Power Battles is actually like a really great game. You can also be a Jedi in a tank later on Naboo, if you remember that. So
it's just like the one level.
A lot of tanks. A lot of Jedi and a lot of tanks.
Yeah.
So
apparently they go hand in hand. I didn't know.
Against Attack of the Clones on Game Boy.
I'm going to have to go with Power Battles.
Yeah, Jedi Power Battles.
Power Battles sweep.
I think you're shoveling.
Shovel.
Not sweeping.
The first game of the Star Wars Jedi series.
Yeah, arguably.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm sorry. That would be Jedi Arena.
Yeah, that's the first. All right, guys. Should we hit a quick commercial break?
Sure.
Yeah.
If I can find it.
Water break.
Commercial break. We'll be right back with the 2000s-ish era. Welcome back to Marauder Madness 2026. Video games. Who will rise to the top to be grand champion? Let's find out.
Video games.
All right, we're back to talk about video games.
Just in case you forgot.
And you know what?
Yeah?
We need a little bit of...
Really?
Oh, the heat's about to get turned up in this section.
Turned up. Let's go.
So, so we have out of the gates in section C.
Oh God.
The original Battlefront 2.
Oh. Woo. Oh wait, hold on.
Versus Lethal Alliance for PSP.
Oh crap! No. Or DS. Or DS.
Or DS.
Okay.
Wait. There we go. So this is an easy matchup for me.
Okay, I will say Lethal Alliance. I played as a kid. There are are not a ton of Star Wars games I played as a kid. Lethal Alliance is one of them. I picked this up for the DS, and I remember following my parents around every store, just playing this game constantly. It's about a scrappy...
In a store?
Yeah. Like, I think we bought it at, like, Kohl's.
Well,
I had my DS on me, and, like, there was, like, a Kohl's, and I was like, oh, Star Wars game? And my parents were like, yeah, sure, and they bought it for me, and then we still had shopping to do. So I just popped the game in and, like, started playing it. And then for, like, the rest of the day, it was just me in, like,
before
Sears.
You bought it?
That's what he claims.
No,
what's with you and Kohl's and like trying to find like Star Wars stuff? Kohl's? Is this why you told us that there's stuff at Kohl's that's like Star Wars?
There used to be stuff
there was nothing.
Because in like 2006 you bought a video game there.
You know, better times. We grew up in better times.
2021 and there was nothing.
There was nothing. Well,
but this is about them stealing the Death Star plans.
Yeah.
Just like Dark Forces, which was also the first level featured them stealing the Death Star plans. So you could go either way on this. I think the Legends explanation is they stole part of the Death Star plans. Kyle Katarn stole another part of the Death Star plans, blah, blah, blah. Battlefront 2 is my favorite game of all time, though. So this is tough.
How is it tough?
It's
one's
not.
Your favorite and one is
not. Battlefront 2 is the greatest game ever made, tied with Spider-Man 2 for PS2.
The thing about Battlefront 2, I played it recently. I played it a lot of times recently, but I played it like 2 weeks ago with our friend Matt Chan on PC of all things. I never played it on PC until the other day. It holds up. He hadn't played it in years. He was surprised it holds up. I was like, oh yeah, it holds up. It's good.
Strongly. This game is addicting to play even now.
Yeah. So I'm also going Battlefront 2. Jamie's going Battlefront 2.
It is Battlefront 2. I've played it. It's iconic on so many levels. It's Battlefront 2.
Literally is. It is like it's unstoppable. It's
fun to play as a team. It's fun to play against each other.
It's also the kind of game literally anyone can play it, even if you stink.
Yeah. So up next we have everyone's clamoring about it. Star Wars Galaxies.
Ooh.
Strategy game. Star Wars Jedi Starfighter.
Oh. The second game in the Jedi series.
The second game.
See, I have a beef with Jedi Starfighter with this cover. Can I just point out the main character that you play as is Arigalia?
Yes.
Very true.
She's in the Starfighter.
Is she in the Starfighter? You
can't see her.
I barely see her. Whatever.
I will say I absolutely love that Count Dooku looks like Mace ripped the worst fart. And he just took the biggest whiff, and he's so mad. He looks like they just got walked in on. Like, look at him. Why is he? What face is that?
He's insulted.
That's not the signature look of superiority we come to expect from you, Dooku.
Yes, it is.
That's like extra superiority. And then we have Star Wars Galaxies, which is just a galaxy, or the galaxy, I should say.
Okay, look.
The galaxy.
I gotta get this off my chest. Last night we did like a little bit of just like cramming of just like as many Star Wars games as we could, and I played a few levels of things. Had some really good moments, had some really bad moments. We kicked it off with Jedi Starfighter, and I wanted to throw the controller across the room. I just can't. I cannot do it. It's not user friendly.
Were you Count Dooku?
No, I was Arigalia, just trying to fly.
I was Mace Windu.
It was just so long, and like there was like this long like cutscene to like lead into it as well, and it was a lot of information like going into it, and I'm like, man, this is just really dry. That I do appreciate though about Jedi Starfighter. There is like an extended amount of like extra content that's just like they edited bloopers of just like the thing, and that's really funny, like animated up. That's always really funny, and I love how that was a trend in the early 2000s. It
was.
But that being said, Star Wars Galaxies was the first major Star Wars MMO, and for that, I'm not a big fan of MMOs, but I gotta say that one is much more iconic. So that's my vote.
I'll let Matt go first.
No, I'll let you go first.
Oh.
Okay. It might be better if you go first, but I'll go first. So I grew up playing Jedi Starfighter. I got it probably when it came out. But looking back, I have a lot of fond memories of it. But looking back, it's not that great of a game.
Wow, guys.
And I'm also not a big fan of MMO games, but Star Wars Galaxies is an iconic one. I have played it. I know people that still kind of pop onto it. And the little picture we had that was Scooby-Dooby-Doo. It's not here anymore, but that was from that. I know a lot of people have some great times with it. It's an iconic Star Wars game, whether we like it or not. I believe it deserves to move on to the next round. I love Jedi Starfighter, but once again, I like Nim, and that's about it with those games. There's some cool stuff, and I'm nostalgic for it, but I don't think it's that good of a game. Unfortunately.
Right. I was also going to pick Galaxies, so I guess it didn't
matter.
Wow.
Galaxies it deserves to because it is like iconic. Like that's literally why.
When you talk about Star Wars video games, Galaxies is probably one of the 3 games that pops into people's minds first.
Yeah.
Like, it's that good. It's that huge, that popular.
Yeah. We have a Clash of the Titans next round with that.
Oh my god,
wow.
please.
So we have, speaking of which, we have Lego Star Wars 2,
Ooh.
the original trilogy, versus Racer's Revenge.
Oh no.
Ooh. Okay, so this is this is the racing game in which they added additional racers into it, and they gave them wild names, new pod racers, and you're playing as grown-up Anakin, like right before Attack of the Clones, and he just returns to the pod racing circuit.
Yeah,
yeah, it's grown up.
Which is a really funny premise.
Grown up Jedi Anakin, and Sebulba's still there, and he's older, and his pod racer is no longer orange. As you can see here, it's like a yellow. And yeah, he's
Great
mad.
Cover.
He's trying to get revenge. I know, right? Look at that.
I love the bright yellow cover.
It matched the bright yellow spine. I think this was the first game to have the signature Lucasfilm like bright yellow spine. Was Racer Revenge. I can tell you this: my friends and I, when we were little kids, used to play Racer's Revenge non-stop, and I mean non-stop. We used to pretend my room was a pod. We used to pretend the first person mode with the two, you could see the 2 engines, was like our screen. And we used to assign ourselves different like things. Like somebody would have to repair the engines in the closet. Somebody would have to be like the navigator. Somebody would have to, shoot the pod racers out the back of. Yeah, it was a big pod. We used our imaginations. I'm telling you, this, my friend Steven, who's probably going to watch this at some point, shout out to Steven, because he'll know exactly what we're talking about. We talk about that to this day. How much?
So you guys were doing Smuggler's Run in your childhood bedroom.
I'm not kidding.
Like 20 years before Disney was like, "Hey, let's make this a ride."
Sincerely. It was so funny. It was so much fun. We used to have a blast with it.
Okay, so we put this up.
Too?
Yeah, we put this up in Lego Star Wars 2. I hate to say it, but there was a comment already in the chat that was like, "There's gonna be more Lego Star Wars games," and there are.
You're right.
So the thing with Lego Star Wars 2 is this one was the original trilogy, in which it is a lot of fun, but I know that there are more Star Wars Lego games down the pike, and I quite enjoy Racer's Revenge.
Yeah, dude, Racer's Revenge is what Racer, it's like the completion of all of Racer's potential. It is the perfect pod racing game. You can't get any better than that. I don't know how Galactic Racers is going to beat that. Lego Star Wars 2 was my most anticipated game as a child. I remember learning about Lego Star Wars 2 and doing like a backflip. I was so excited for it because Lego Star Wars 1 was like life-changing.
Well,
what's the hub
when you finished? In 2, it was the cantina.
The cantina was nicely cantina. 1 was just Coruscant, Dex's Diner, and then the Coruscant out back.
1 was wild because you'd finish it and then there was a final door and it just had Darth Vader's head on it. I remember at the time, and you go in and you actually play as Darth Vader and a stormtrooper if you played co-op, killing rebels, and you can actually replay that. Jamie and I did that recently on the Complete Saga. It's one of the bonus doors. You can play that little demo, which is cool.
It was incredible. Like I said, I could not stop playing the original Lego Star Wars. Lego Star Wars 2 was like life-changing, but I have to go with Racer Revenge. I gotta.
All right.
But you made it.
Jamie.
Yeah.
What do you have?
I picked Racer Revenge.
That's okay. I'm not going to give it the sweep.
Wow, dude.
Because I think any Lego Star Wars game, for the most part, especially the main original 3, would be deserving to move on. But Racer's Revenge wins.
But can you pod race in Lego Star Wars 2?
Not 2.
Not 2.
Exactly.
One of the only ones you can't.
Exactly. I'm just saying. I'm just pointing that out. Just saying.
Racer Revenge. Okay. So, remember I said that this section was going to be very difficult?
Yeah. That was already difficult.
This is even harder, probably.
Oh, no.
So, Jedi Academy. Probably one of the best Star Wars games of all time. It's known for maybe the best lightsaber combat of all time. Against the original Lego Star Wars.
Oh, why did you have to say that?
That cover is a punch in the gut, too.
Oh, my God. Isn't that another Darth Vader mask?
Look at it's all.
It belongs there, though.
Grievous.
Oh, crap, dude. Are you kidding me?
It's tough.
I gotta go original Lego. And it's not because I didn't vote for the Lego the last time. I honestly, I get much more enjoyment out of original Lego Star Wars because I think there's so many fond memories for everyone about just, Dex's Diner and running around and just, going through all the motions with it. I don't know. And it's also just, one of, the first, Lego video games that really just, put it all on the map. I just got good memories of it.
Lego Star Wars was life-changing for our generation.
It
Matt,
really was.
I'm gonna leave this one to you. You're gonna go last. I'm gonna go Jedi Academy because I think it's an all-timer that belongs to get past the first round. And I'm going against what I said the last time when you guys said that there's other Lego Star Wars games. So I guess I'll go Jedi Academy.
Why are you doing this to me, AJ? What'd I do to deserve this? Because, okay, we're looking at this objectively, right? Again, or not objectively, but we're looking at this in terms of broad impact. Jedi Knight 3, Jedi Academy, is revolutionary in that it is the gold standard for lightsaber combat. There is no better game for lightsaber combat, and it is like a Luke's Jedi Academy game.
Make
Those
your own
are always
character.
fantastic.
Kinda.
You make your own character and do your own stuff. And I used to play the hell out of it and just spam the lightning. But Lego Star Wars is literally... I am so sorry, Will. I am so sorry.
I voted for it. These guys did not.
I'm so sorry that it did not make it past the first round. And unfortunately, Jedi Academy is not going to make it past its first round either because I am going with Lego Star Wars. Lego Star Wars is a once-in-a-generation game.
You're right.
Changed things. It is that big that it can beat out such a juggernaut that is Jedi Academy. And I'm so sorry, Jedi Academy. You deserve more.
Would you say Lego Star Wars 1 is better than 2? If they had to go against each other?
No.
No.
You're right.
No, and I'll tell you why. I replayed the Mustafar level recently, and I wanted to cry.
The Mustafar level is garbage.
So...
The Mustafar level? Oh, I
when
love
you're
it.
actually when you're playing with someone else, you both need to complete each jump.
Oh, I know. That's what made it great.
You're dead.
No, it's
That's
terrible.
The greatest final level of all time because you spend the whole level cooperating with each other, and then you get to the final part and you have to kill each other.
We each ended with 0 coins. Zero
Awful.
studs. How did that fall in the lava? You fall in the lava 5 times, and we fell in the lava 25 times. You lose all your coins. It's very bad, Matt. It's very bad.
I don't remember that.
Anyway,
we'll have to pull it back up. So, next time you come over. So, Lego Star Wars moves on over Jedi Academy, which is very upsetting.
That was an upset. That was an upset.
So, next up we have KOTOR 2 versus OG Battlefront 1. This bracket here, the winner of this thing is going to come out of this section, I think.
I think so too.
Most likely.
We already gave Battlefront 2 the win. But Battlefront 1 is almost just as good.
Maybe just as good. No space battles.
And we all know
no space battles.
KOTOR 2 is incredible, but
it is
unfinished. It really falls apart at the end.
So
is an unfinished game.
I would say half of KOTOR 2 might be better than KOTOR 1, and then it just plummets.
Mm-hmm.
Like the last third of the game is like, oh shit. But the first 2/3 of the game, it's like, whoa, this is maybe better than the first one.
And then you're like, oh.
Yeah. And look at this cover. Look at how the Knights of the Old Republic games 1 and 2 have the greatest Star Wars covers of anything other than the movies. Look at that.
Oh yeah, the restored content is I'd say without, so in its original state. I'll give you my vote. KOTOR 2.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, look, you're right. Battlefront 2 we already have on the list, and Battlefront 2 is better than Battlefront 1. But Battlefront 1, I literally played that game so much I broke my PS2 so that it could only read the Battlefront disc. That's how much I played that game.
It's a great game. But you're not just basing this all on your childhood.
It's
a piece of it.
It's
a piece of it.
You're right. And I played the hell out of Knights of the Old Republic too. I watched my friend play the hell out of it. I never played it because it was for Xbox and I didn't have an Xbox. Thanks a lot, guys, at what is it, Obsidian or whatever, who made KOTOR. Jamie, what do you think? What are you going for?
Well, I'm picking KOTOR 2 because it is one that it's just I would replay it again, and again and again. And I think if I was going to pick a Battlefront, I would pick Battlefront 2 over Battlefront 1, and that kind of thing. And I think that KOTOR 2 should have the chance to be on there again, even though it really falls off at the end.
It does.
Battlefront 2 is literally a Battlefront 1 perfected.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine if we could have got Battlefront 3.
Don't even say that.
Republic Commando.
Oh.
Versus Rebel Strike. Rebel Strike.
Rebel Strike. This is another
Rebel Strike.
This is a no-brainer.
This is another game where a different one of my friends and I used to sit in his living room and pretend it was the cockpit of the snow speeder. And he used to have this little vacuum cleaner that you use to like suck up the water when your basement floods. And we used to pretend it was an astromech droid.
A wet vac?
Wheel it around. Yeah. It used to be on wheels, and it used to be like a little drum. We used to wheel it around. I forget what we used to call it. But we used to do that. And then Republic Commando is just awesome.
Republic Commando is unbelievable. And if they made a game, if they remade it or made like a new version of it, it'd be incredible. It's literally Halo as Star Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's every time I go to replay it, Jamie and I booted up the other day, and I was like, literally just the starting of the mission was coming down in the gunship to get Tarful out of a prison camp on Kashyyyk. And it's like, I'm like, oh my God, this game's awesome. It's so good.
It really is.
See, here's the thing. Republic Commando. So let me give you my backstory. Republic Commando, I know, has done so much for clone lore in general. The game alone, and then obviously additional stuff from there. But I know that we played bits and pieces of it in the past, and we never really like dove into it further, and we always loved it. But we literally rebooted it up again last night. And I guess just for additional context for me and for AJ like obviously like grew up like playing Halo and like knows them all, like completely memorized at this point. And for me, like we often on like will like replay like a bunch of them like every year. And we're fresh off of a recent playthrough of Halo Reach. And we booted up Republic Commando last night, and like AJ said, like that mission that we started on, we were literally just sitting there. We just kind of looked at each other and we're like, this is the game. Like, what are we doing? We have to play this from the beginning again, because like we forgot literally how good it is. Like the gameplay is good. It's not super difficult. Like once you like remember what the controls are and whatnot. The story is really good. All of the boys, all the characters are really good. Republic Commando. Because it's a really damn good game.
All right, I'll give it to Rebel Strike so it doesn't get swept, because I have a lot of fun memories with Rebel Strike. And the music in Rebel Strike is phenomenal. All of the Rogue Squadron games, they all have the same theme. Very good. Very good music in those games. Before we move them all off, because I don't think any of them won. Oh no,
Rebel Strike was probably the best of the Rebel.
It was.
Rebel Assault games, but
Rebel Assault games, Rogue Squadron,
Rogue Squadron, Rebel Assault.
Yeah,
wait till we get back to those. Republic. So, up next, this is probably an easy one, but it's going to be tough. Maybe. We have the Revenge of the Sith video game versus KOTOR. Knights of the Republic 1.
Crap.
So, I have fond memories of the Revenge of the Sith game. We booted it back up before we went to see Revenge of the Sith, and I kind of was like, man, this game's actually not that good.
Yeah. I don't know what happened to you because we played the hell out of it only a few years earlier, and we were both loving it.
2019, we played it.
Scrap metal. That was
leading up to Triple Force Friday. I remember we played a little bit of that, and we finished it. But I think it's a bit goofy how the gameplay. It was all right. I think it's a little overrated, but it's funny in the story how it's all action and it skips like half the movie, and they're like, wait, Anakin's bad now if you're just playing the game. It's like, wait, how did that happen?
I know.
And Knights of the Republic is, I would say, maybe the best Star Wars video game of all time. So,
and again, look at that cover.
I'm voting KOTOR. Amazing cover.
I will also vote KOTOR. I have a ton of fun. I never played KOTOR as a child. I played Revenge of the Sith 20 trillion times.
Any living room spaceship stories?
No, but my dad did buy me one of those. Do you remember those gaming chairs that used to be like popular in the mid 2000s? It was like a chair with these speakers like right at your head.
Oh yeah.
And you could like recline and like rock, and you could turn.
Yeah, they sat on the ground
and stuff. Yeah, he bought me one for Christmas, and I popped Revenge of the Sith in that bad boy, and I blew out the speakers because I cranked it up too high. But I played the ever loving crap out of Revenge of the Sith. I unlocked all the special things. I got the Obi-Wan versus Darth Vader Death Star battle, all of that. But it is KOTOR. It's Knights of the Old Republic. Knights of the Old Republic is so unbelievable. They're still trying to make Knights of the Old Republic games today.
Yes.
They're still trying to remake the game, and they're making a new one.
Yeah, KOTOR. for all the reasons. I mean, he didn't ask me, but it is KOTOR. All the above. It really is like one of like the RPGs of RPGs that like transcends Star Wars. It is one of those games that like it doesn't matter if you are a Star Wars fan, like people who are into RPGs and any sort of modern gaming, they know that KOTOR is one of the ones. So you got to have it on there.
All right, KOTOR moves on. Revenge of the Sith is out, and next up we have Lego Star Wars: The Complete Saga versus Empire at War.
Strategy.
So Lego Star Wars sweep.
Lego Star Wars
sweep.
Yeah.
So Empire at War had to be on here because it's like the strategy game for Star Wars.
Yeah.
But we had to get it on the list for it to just get pay respect to it. But it's not going to be Lego Star Wars.
Personally speaking, I hate strategy games with a burning hot passion. And I love Lego games with a burning hot passion. So that's what it is.
You always have to be so outspoken about the things you hate.
He wants us to know that he doesn't like it.
I want you to know it was me.
So Lego Star Wars: The Complete Saga moves on because it is amazing. And that's that section. Let's switch to more appropriate music.
I can't believe we made it out of that alive.
I love how you did like that music as like that era, because it's pretty much
that era.
We gotta turn on the the Breaking Benjamin song. It's just like, to get us going on in the background here.
So section D is where we are now. Mm-hmm. And we have a difficult bracket here, but there's some easier matchups, I think, because it's a little unbalanced. Remember, 16 games from 2008 to 2025 in this section. That last section covered like 4 years. So.
And that's pretty much all of them. I want to remind as well, when we set this up, we did not include things that are, in this case, that are like tie-ins of other games. And so there's like a big Star Wars piece of like Disney Infinity, that game. That was like a big thing. There was a big thing with that. Right. Obviously, there's been a ton of just like skins in Fortnite. That doesn't count. That doesn't count here. There is a ton of Flash games on StarWars.com. Those aren't in there. Angry Birds is not on there. A lot of small stuff like that. And there's not really that many mobile games on there, to my knowledge. I think Galaxy Heroes may have squeaked on, but I don't remember.
It's on there. It's on there.
Yeah, so let's go.
So, first up, we have Fallen Order taking on Star Wars Hunters.
I'm so sorry, Star Wars Hunters.
Yeah.
See, the thing about Hunters is
poor Hunters.
Poor Hunters. They wanted to make an Overwatch type game.
It was pretty good. I played a bit of it. I wasn't probably the audience for it, but I played it on Switch, I think it was, and it was pretty good. I like Overwatch. I did when it came out, and I played a good amount of it. But
you made a beeline to the Hunters booth at Star Wars Celebration 22.
Because
I like the concept of it.
It had a lot of promise. It had a lot of promise, and they literally didn't give it the time to actually be available and grow. It came out in 21 or 22, limited release, and then it came out in 24, and it was only out for a year. Why did they shut it down so quickly? If they let it
kept it out, I don't know why they didn't
exist. It's wild.
See, that's the thing about today's games. Quick little side rant. Fortnite, and obviously it's super popular, and some of these games that are kind of just digital, if you know what I mean, they're kind of just in the ether, being run by the the internet or whatever, a cloud. I don't know, but
exactly,
they're not hard. There's no hard copies. It's a shame someone can't be oh, I want to play Star Wars Hunters in 20 years. We're talking about games right now that are 20 plus years old. Some of these, and they're whoa, I can still play them. Matt comes over, we play them. Star Wars Hunters is gone. That's sad.
We can't play it. I mean, it's like any of the old MMOs just straight up getting shut down because the servers get shut down, and that's the problem with modern gaming. One of the many problems, but that's it. Hunters had a really cool art and a really cool vibe. The tie-in book for kids chapter book was fun, but it was kind of it was a kids chapter book. So, Fallen Order.
Fallen Order sweep.
Fallen Order. We all know. We'll talk about that when it gets to the next round.
We'll talk about Fallen Order more.
Yeah.
We have.
What do we got next?
So, Battlefront 2, the second rendition, against Tales of Galaxy's Edge.
Yes, from the VR games.
The Galaxy's Edge.
The whole screen, huh?
That's cool. So, once again, I'll defend what I think the loser's going to be. Tales from Galaxy's Edge. We played it with our friend Ryan. He brought his VR Galaxy Quest over. Very fun. Very cool VR. I like VR. I don't care to own one. They're expensive, but I love the idea of it's fun. It's a little escape, but on the headset. But give me a controller. Give me the TV. I'll play a game on the TV. So Battlefront 2, the remake.
I mean, for the same reasons. The thing is with VR is it was really ramped up to be more than what it's panned out to be so far, and I still there's tons of potential for it in the future as well, but it's kind of still inaccessible weirdly, and it's just not where it should be. But meanwhile, Battlefront 2. When that one came out, that was also kind of at the time game of games, and people were talking about it was getting maintained a lot. It was getting a lot of attention constantly, and it was always available.
At a rough start.
Yeah.
It took a little bit, and then they got it to be a really good game, and by the time that was going, as you're probably about to say, they kind of stopped updating it. It's
that was the problem. Because, I mean, there seemed to be DLC planned for Battlefront 2 that just never panned out, even though the game did eventually take off and was very popular. And I remember a couple of years ago, there was a big movement to, get Battlefront 3. Battlefront 2 is, the greatest game. We're approaching 10 years. It's been 10 years since Battlefront 2.
This is because I mentioned it very briefly earlier. It's the whole business of the 2011 to 2021 10-year deal with EA and Lucasfilm. Once that contract was up, they opened it up to other gaming companies, and EA was off the hook. And they were also just we don't want to work with you anymore. That's what the problem is. And they're probably never going to get the IP back because I don't know what they did. They just didn't want to do it anymore. And whatever, it's its own thing. And it's just like, what can you do? You wish you can do like another one. But I loved the campaign of Battlefront 2 as well. It was a great story. I wish it was much longer, but it was a great story.
I agree. I think people who say like, oh, boring, she switches too fast, blah, blah, blah. I disagree. I thought the whole plot for Battlefront 2 was great. I don't know.
I wish there was more. They were definitely told, cut it down, cut it down, cut it down.
Yeah, for sure.
I wish there was more.
Even the DLC was like, oh.
Yeah.
And like DLC was great.
It was great. Iden Versio, Zay Versio, tying into the novel, what is it called?
Resistance Reborn.
Resistance Reborn, while the original Battlefront 2 campaign tied into Aftermath and Fallen, or what was it? It tied into a bunch of different things, like comics and books and stuff, like crazy amount of detail and references put into that plot. It's fantastic.
Not only just a great online game, multiplayer game, but also a great campaign. Short campaign, but great campaign. So it moves on. Battlefront 2. I think we all voted for it. I already penciled it in. Sharpied it in. So you good there, Matt?
I'm just trying to think of that comic.
Oh, I thought you heard a noise. So up next, while you think of that comic, if you want, we have Battlefront 1, the second rendition, versus Force Unleashed 2.
Oh,
kind of a weird matchup.
That is a weird matchup.
So this is what I mentioned earlier as we're getting into the Force Awakens time here. The other one's a few matchups away, but I love these games. They're very fun games. Gameplay wise, using the Force, I'm talking Force Unleashed here, using the Force, lightsaber combat, very fun games on their own. I know everyone loves Starkiller and all that stuff, and I don't really care for the character personally. Like we go to get the Cobb Vanth toy at a shop, and guys like, oh man, Starkiller's the best. You like Starkiller, and that's what a lot of people online are like that. I think he's a little too edgy, a little too not a concept I really like. But I don't know. I know people always talk about bringing him back. I like the video game on its own, in its moment in time. Yeah. Fun to revisit, fun to replay, especially the first one. I think the second one's kind of a mess. So I don't know what I'm voting here yet, but that's what I wanted to say about those games. I know you guys share similar thoughts.
So, I mean, I don't really know where I'm at yet either with this vote, because we have Force Unleashed and Force Unleashed 2, but I know that 2 is just the one in question right now. I know that the last time that I think we played any sort of version of Force Unleashed, and we played both of them, was when we were in college. So that's almost pushing on nearly a dozen years ago at this point.
Don't say that.
I was gonna say more, but it's rough because I don't remember it that well, but I remember at the time I really enjoyed it, and I also remember that I had a completely different point of view of Star Wars at the time. Yeah. So take that with a grain of salt. I do like him as a character, but I really don't remember that much about him. What was the other game that we're matching up against?
The original Battlefront.
Oh, original Battlefront.
Not the original, 2015.
sorry,
2015. But the new original Battlefront.
So,
which is again the kind of thing, this was the kind of game that came out at the peak of, hey, this new movie's coming out later this year. Here's this video game. Let's get your hype through the roof. And I think that that's why I'm gonna vote Battlefront, because the timing of when it came out was hey, there's new stuff coming out. We're gonna shove all this stuff at you, and just so you can enjoy this along the way.
Yeah. So the Force Unleashed is the third multimedia project that we've talked about on here, because Clone Wars was one, Shadow of the Empire was the other. The Force Unleashed was pretty big in 2008. That was everywhere. Force Unleashed 2, I had that for the Wii. I had Force Unleashed 1 for PS3, and then I got Force Unleashed 2 for the Wii for some reason. It was fun. I liked it. Battlefront 2015 was also I loved the graphics in Battlefront 2015 are some of the greatest graphics I've ever seen in a video game. Unbelievable visuals.
Not to cut you off, but the thing with, and I don't know what to pick here, because I think this is a bit of a weaker matchup, but they're close, and they're not for a good reason, I guess. But Battlefront 2015, I remember more for like, oh man, they're making another Battlefront again. We were in college at the time.
Yeah.
I remember stealing the demo off of one of my roommates' Xbox, like playing it. I think he had to like wait to download it or something, and he got it. And he had a class, and I was like, I'm gonna play it on your Xbox. Sorry. And it was awesome at first, but it wasn't the original Battlefront. I remember it being fairly disappointing. And then Battlefront 2 was the one we just talked about. 2017 was fantastic.
Yeah. That's the thing. I was basically going to say the same thing. No plot, right? No campaign mode. So it was basically just all online stuff. And even that was like, I don't think there was ship combat, if I remember correctly. It was all first person.
It wasn't good.
Which was bugging the absolute hell out of me because I never played Battlefront in first person. There was just like a lot of little things about the original Battlefront the Battlefront 2015 that I was just like, oh, just fix this and it could be awesome. And Battlefront 2 did all of that tenfold. So I might have to go with the Force Unleashed 2 for this one. Just because the Force Unleashed gameplay is solid as hell. You really can't deny that.
As a video game,
the games play really well.
It's really funny that like this matchup is what it is, because the more that you mention, I remember you playing the demo for Battlefront and like that entire sequence of you playing it and then like excitement fading. I think that you literally started playing the Force Unleashed because you were a little bit disappointed with the outcome of this Battlefront.
Maybe it was definitely in that time period.
It was around the same time.
Force Awakens. Yeah. And I agree with everything the chat is saying right now. I agree with. Starkiller's too OP. I don't like the Starkiller fanboys that I was referencing earlier. They can be annoying. I don't understand the drooling over it. That if you like that thing, that's fine. I don't want to yuck anyone's yum, of course.
Yeah, true.
As long as they're respectable.
But like,
it's weird. So I Force Unleashed 2, I think gets it by like an inch for me, just because Battlefront 1 was kind of disappointing. Force Unleashed 2, like Matt said, has great gameplay. This was the first matchup I think we really had to like.
That was a tough
get
one.
Down to the nitty gritty. So was it Force Unleashed 2 goes on?
Well, you and I picked it,
and Jamie went DF1.
Honestly, I would have picked Battlefront, so it didn't sweep. So
it did sweep. No, nor should it. I mean, it's a close matchup, honestly.
I mean, like, the reason I didn't pick it though is because I genuinely don't really remember it that well. Like, I know that we played it, but I can't.
I just heard FU too. Force Unleashed 2.
Well,
okay. No, pretty easy matchup to come off of that one, I think. Okay. So we have Lego Skywalker Saga from a few years ago.
All right.
Which Jamie and I took the day off from each of our jobs to play, and it was an amazing day. Versus the Clone Wars, the other Clone Wars video game.
You're talking the other Clone Wars. You mean this one?
Lego Clone Wars, yeah.
No, they're Lego. Yes, this one.
Is this the Lego Clone Wars? It's the Lego one.
Okay.
How did you write it on your board? Just Clone Wars?
I wrote TCW.
Oh, okay, that's on you. Okay,
this is an easy
here's the
one.
thing. Each time we have tried to play the Lego Clone Wars video game, it has crashed.
Yeah, it does.
I have not successfully played that game. It crashes every single time. Every single version. It was fun, and it was fun to play as the characters, and it's always funny to see the Clone Wars faces on the Lego figures. Like, that was an interesting choice when they made like those actual as minifigures. I still think that was one of the wackiest choices that they made for Lego Star Wars in general.
They're so bad.
But
they look terrible.
It's fun, but it crashes every time. The game is fundamentally broken at some place. That being said, Lego Skywalker Saga, all 9 films plus additional content like through afterwards of just extra characters. There's so many just like the hub worlds with the maps that you can explore everything. There's an entire like side quest about the Knights of Gonk, and you can collect Gonk droids. It's so cool. It's so fun, and it's just Lego. It is at its peak.
It is like Lego games manifest. It is like the end goal of where Lego games were leading. This is the perfect Lego game.
It's so funny because like this game came out and it was genuinely so much fun. Of just like they culminated as many of the movies as they could, and like I was talking to AJ the other day about this. There's a Lego Batman game coming out later this year, in which they're doing pretty much the same thing. They've always released Lego Batman games since like 2008, and it's always been a version of Batman in Lego form. But they're doing this thing where they're taking each majority of the Batman movies across all eras and plunking them into a video game all at once.
That's great.
It's gonna be great, and it's gonna be just like the Skywalker Saga. I'm so excited. Lego Batman is one of the video games that got me into games.
Yeah.
So,
there you go.
But anyway, this is about the Skywalker Saga Lego game, which is great. It's a lot of fun, and it fleshes out a lot of stupid things in the movies that you wouldn't think that needed fleshing out, but there they are.
Yeah.
Lego Skywalker Saga is awesome. I loved it at the time. I love it now. There were some things I think about now that I didn't love. Like, you can't really go back and replay the levels. You can. But there's really only a few levels that you can replay per film, because most of it was like through the hub world of doing some of the levels. So like the first playthrough you do of the game is like fantastic. But then it's kind of hard once you've done everything to go back and do something. Like, it's a different experience in a weird way. Because a lot of, like I said, a lot of the main story is like going through the hub world. And I don't think we're going to get this matchup, so I do want to talk about this. Lego Skywalker Saga is going to beat Lego Clone Wars. Lego Clone Wars is a great game, but Skywalker Saga is just better in every way. So I want to talk about this because I don't think we'll get this matchup, but Lego Star Wars The Complete Saga versus Lego Skywalker Saga. If that was a matchup, what would you pick?
I've
been replaying Complete Saga, so I have a bit of a better thought on it than I would usually.
I would probably say Complete Saga only because I have more fond memories with it, and I actually really love the classic gameplay of like the classic Lego Star Wars games. But Skywalker, it's like, I don't know, Skywalker Saga was just so good. If you really can't replay the movies again once you're done with them,
you can only play some levels.
Yeah, you can play
just like go back and just click on like the first level of one and just like run through consecutive levels as you go.
You can, but a lot of the way they made the game is like, for example, I think like the Phantom, well, maybe not that one, but like in the sequels, at least in the Last Jedi film part, you play as like Rey and Kylo going to the throne room on the Supremacy. And a lot of that is you walking through the ship to get there. And there's like stuff you do along the way, and that's part of the hub world. But there's funny dialogue on the way of like Rey and Kylo yelling at each other.
Yeah.
You can't replay that. You can't replay things like that because that's part of the hub world experience, not the level. Of course, you can replay like the duel in Snoke's throne room or the duel with Darth Maul in Episode 1 and things like that. You can do that, get the mini kits, play free play, and do all that. But it's different. It's like a lot of the game was the hub world.
I'm gonna have to go back and play it again.
Yeah, and you'll see it that way. But it's tough, right? Because I like being able to play the levels. But I think the hub world was a grand slam. And all the 100% you could do around the world and flying around and getting all this stuff, like that is amazing.
The Kyber bricks.
We're not going to get this matchup. We might get the matchup by somehow, but I don't know. We'll see. But I just wanted to talk about that comparison.
I'm going to say in terms of content, the Skywalker Saga beats the Complete Saga.
Yeah.
Obviously. Complete Saga has just like the classic Lego Star Wars gameplay. Collect all the studs and you're a true Jedi. Collect all the mini kits and build the little thing, you know.
So we have a split there.
And I also love the mumbles. I should replay Lego Star Wars Skywalker Saga with the mumbles because I liked mumble.
Because you can turn that on.
That was really cool.
I think that for me, it really depends on like what you're looking for. Like if you're looking for to do like the classic like playthrough of each level, I'm gonna like platform my way through this, then like yeah, the classic Lego Star Wars, the Complete Saga is like the way to go. Otherwise, Skywalker Saga is a lot more fun if you like to just like wander around because like that is that kind of a game. It's just wandering around.
All the planets, 9
you can
films,
pick any character that you want.
Vehicles you can unlock.
Space. You could fly in space and do space stuff,
or you could completely ignore space, which is great. Yeah.
I think I would go Skywalker Saga in that instance. By like by a nose hair.
It literally is a nose hair. Yeah, I would agree.
It's tough though because it's nostalgia versus probably more content and a better game. But anyways, we'll see if we get that. So next up we have Lego The Force Awakens which paved the way for Skywalker Saga, I will say.
Which is its own game. Don't forget about that.
I know.
Against Squadrons.
Ooh, which was also its own game. Don't forget about that.
Don't forget that. $30.
Oh man, this is tough. Neither
I'll
one
go.
of these games deserves to continue.
I'll go with
I'm going Lego Force Awakens. I love Squadrons. I don't find Squadrons very replayable, and I didn't like that it was in only first person.
I didn't like that either.
Fun story. Pretty fun online the month we played. But Lego Force Awakens, we 100%ed the crap out of that when that came out.
Yeah.
And we thought we were going to get one for every film, but then they're like, let's just wait and make one.
I never played Lego The Force Awakens somehow.
It's great.
So good.
I know. We've played it together a little bit.
Yeah.
But I never got it when it came out. I don't know why.
That is surprising.
Yeah.
Squadrons. It's a flying game. I can't play it. It is a flying game. I'm no good at it. That being said, I literally do have an Xbox controller hooked up to this Xbox that is literally the Squadrons like themed like controller.
Ooh, yeah.
But like it doesn't hold the charge anymore and I have to leave it plugged in. It's the kind of thing where like the game was exciting and I'm glad that they made a game that was kind of like a throwaway kind of game. And I remember when it came out, it was like much cheaper than like the standard game at the time as well. But it had a fun story. Hera was in it, which was great.
That was cool.
Yes, that was very cool. Vanessa Marshall played her.
It's the kind of thing if we wanted to replay it right now, I don't think we could. Which is like a huge buzzkill.
Squadrons is still alive.
It is?
Yeah.
Who's playing it?
I get updates on Reddit all the time. There's a specific subreddit that I started following in 2017 or 2018 when it came out. And every Friday they post, is the game dead? No, it's Tournament Friday. Join our tournament.
People playing it probably so good.
Now.
People play the game. It's got a dedicated fan base.
I like that though.
Lego The Force Awakens, full walkthrough of the movie. We also get an expanded look at how Han got the Wrath Tars, and guess what? Sidon Ithano was there. So we have Lego Sidon Ithano is in The Force Awakens.
You can play as Quiggled and Sidon.
You gotta do it. You play as Sidon and Quiggled. Literally, it's
Lego
great.
Sidon
It's
Ithano.
great.
So we have Force Awakens, Squadrons.
Yep.
Matt, known sequel trilogy.
Known sequel trilogy hater over here, who just happens to love Squadrons because it's set in the New Republic era.
And if you're new tuning in, we're just joking.
We are just joking, please. Please, guys, please.
So next up, we have Outlaws versus SWTOR.
Oh,
that's a big time matchup.
This is rough.
Ooh, this is gonna get this is gonna get spicy.
Break out the spice.
Okay. Full context. I have never played SWTOR at all, ever in my life. I know it is a huge MMO and is still rocking like daily though. I'm not a fan of that style of game, but I have huge respect for it. On the other side of things, I did play Outlaws. I played the shit out of Outlaws, and I loved it.
I very much liked Outlaws.
Like, I know a lot of people like outside of the Star Wars community, like we're just like, it was like not memorable. But like I loved Outlaws. It was just straight up so much fun. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
that's my opening statement.
I think Galaxies is probably the better version of SWTOR. That's not my reason for voting against it, but I really enjoyed Outlaws. I didn't really understand the hate. There was some jankiness to Outlaws when it came out with the speeder shooting and whatnot, but it crashed for some people too at some points. But like exploring Tatooine on that speeder bike was one of my favorite Star Wars memories in like the past 5 years. Like that was incredible.
It was great.
The crate dragon following, like following you around, like chasing you around. Like it was seeing Luke's house, doing all that stuff was awesome.
Yep. Outlaws. I'm with you. I don't understand the hate. I absolutely loved it. I thought there was a ton of things to do, especially once they fixed the stealth missions. Once they fixed that, it was all You were home free. You were flying. Outlaws was just such a big game. I've never played a game where you can do as much as you can do in Outlaws.
People just wanted like custom
character. I really
custom
don't get
character.
It. I just don't understand it, but that's fine.
Yeah.
Other people want other things, so
yeah. It comes with the IP. I mean, like they wanted to do a story that was a story. They wanted to actually have something in there, not just you're loose in the galaxy. They wanted to do a story, and in order for that to happen, they needed to have a character.
I would consider us all three of us hardcore gamers, of course.
Hardcore.
But I don't understand this. This is totally right, by the way. This is people didn't play it because they're like Ubisoft. I'm not playing that. Like,
yeah,
I don't. And I say we're hardcore gamers because I don't see like a production company. I don't see a game developer, and I'm like, I'm not playing that. Like, I'll try it if it's Star Wars, like, and then maybe that's the thing. Maybe it's more so people that like Star Wars games that aren't Star Wars fans. They're just gamers first. They're like, oh, I don't like Ubisoft. I'm not playing that. But like, I don't understand that. Like, I don't know. Maybe that's beyond me.
I didn't watch too many reviews / video essays on it because it was just, it's tough to stomach a lot of like video game essays.
There was also this.
Yeah. So the thing is, outside of the Star Wars community and just video gaming in general, it's just so tough to like find like a review that's just actually neutral of just objectively, hey, this is what's going on with it, because people just inject so much of their like thoughts and whatnot that don't need to be in there in that kind of a review. What it boiled down to overall, a lot of people did like it, but they were like, you'd like it a lot more if it is a Star Wars game. But a lot of people just kind of like felt it was basic for what it was. And it really was. Like, without the Star Wars like IP tied to it, it's just like, oh, this probably wouldn't have like interested me like as much as like it was. It was really cool, and I loved like the whole open world like aspect of it, and like that's why I loved it. But having Star Wars tied to it made it so much more fun. Yeah. I think that's something that people need to keep in mind, especially in modern gaming, is you can get any game and you can return it like immediately if you don't like it. It is so easy to get refunded on a video game. Or it's so easy at this point to have some subscription and try the game for free. And if you don't like it, you don't play it, and you don't need to go rip it online. I don't know why people need to go rip things online all the time. That's the thing. And so like you see like a game dev you don't like, and so you're gonna start ripping, and it's like you don't need to do that. Like,
did we get an Outlaw Sleep?
I think we did get an Outlaw Sleep at the end of the day.
Yeah. Sorry, Old Republic. I know Old Republic is such a huge game and is single-handedly keeping Legends alive.
It's the thing. It's the kind of thing. I can't speak from the experience of it because I've never played it, and I want to give it the love it deserves, but like I don't have that in me.
I just can't play an MMO. I just can't do it. I tried a couple of times with
an additional criticism of Outlaws, though. The DLCs were pretty dang weak. I loved that they had cameos from characters we knew with Lando and then with Hondo. The Lando DLC was better, but at the end it was just kind of like, okay, we're done. The Hondo one, really quickly, we're done. He was just gone. It's like, what? So I wish those were longer. Anyway,
next matchup we have Force Unleashed versus Vader Immortal.
Oh, jeez. Edgelord Central over here.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know. Guys, I'm just going to pick Force Unleashed and call it a day.
I am also.
Yeah, I've never played Vader Immortal. Vader Immortal, it sounds like a really cool story, and it's been referenced and connected to a bunch of times, which is cool, but it's a VR game, and I don't play VR games, so. And,
Force Unleashed is a very good. Once again, the gameplay. It's a good game.
Yeah.
As much as all the stuff we said before about the second
and even
one.
For the time, I'll give it to him. Whatever. Darth Vader had an apprentice, sure, whatever.
I remember enjoying it when we played it, and like I do want to give one of the games a little bit of let's go here.
Well, it has Jar Jar and Carbonite.
I remember posting about that. So.
So, the final part of this round, we have Survivor, Jedi Survivor, versus Galaxy of Heroes.
Okay, so Survivor.
Survivor.
Takes that one home too.
This was like the only mobile game that we put on there, but that was because it has like been a fixture of like mobile gaming
11
for
years.
a very long time, and it's still getting updates,
which is cool.
So that being said,
Jedi Survivor is one of the greatest Star Wars games of all time.
It's good. It is incredible.
Sorry, hoping we get a cow off in this section.
I loved it. I mean, it's the kind of thing like we have another thing I just say about like Star Wars gaming in general is everyone always assumes not everyone, but like an average person coming into any sort of Star Wars game is just like, oh, it's an RPG. Can I make my own character? I can't. I don't like it.
It's crazy. Right?
Can you just like accept that like maybe that the story was crafted with a specific character in mind for a reason?
Why can't we play story games? Why,
Cal Kestis' story is one of the best like stories in Star Wars. So
Red Dead 2 because you have to play as Arthur Morgan? No.
Greasy money.
Greasy money.
So
yeah, it's got grease.
Let's get back to section A here.
Oh my gosh.
I know.
We're finally on to round 2,
We're
guys.
in round 2. It's been 2 hours. Woo!
I'm so tired.
Give it up.
You guys are windbagging. So Dark Forces versus Super Empire Strikes Back.
Jesus Christ, we're all the way back here.
What a whiplash.
Dark Forces.
I'm also going Dark Forces.
Dark Forces. Dark Forces is the OG. It's one of the OGs. It's one of the big ones. The heavy hitters.
So next up, we have X-Wing versus Rebel Assault.
Rebel Assault.
I'm gonna go X-Wing.
I'm also gonna go X-Wing.
An OG.
R.I.P. Rebel Assault.
I think Rebel Assault 2 is the superior.
Okay, you're probably right.
Rogue Squadron versus Rebel Assault 2.
Rebel Assault 2, baby.
Rogue Squadron.
Rebel Assault 2.
Woo! Yeah.
Dark Forces 2 versus Shadows of the Empire.
Shadows of the Empire.
Shadows sweep.
Dude, I'm loving this lightning round we're doing right now. Holy
What was the
crap.
first matchup? I'm keeping track as well.
Dark Forces versus Super ESB.
And Dark Forces 1?
Yes.
Okay, just checking.
In a sweep.
Got it.
Super ESB is a good game, but
it is. Don't get us.
We're in the lightning round.
We're in the lightning round because it's 2 hours.
Buckle in. It's the lightning round. So, section B. Bounty Hunter versus Rogue Squadron 2.
Bounty Hunter.
I don't want all of the Rogue Squadron games.
Bounty Hunter.
All right, Bounty Hunter, whatever. Fine.
Bounty Hunter's all time.
R.I.P. all Rogue Squadron games now.
A lot of the flying games got knocked off.
I do like land-based games better.
Versus Episode 1 Racer.
Obi-Wan.
Wow. So sorry, Chad.
Was he mad?
I'm so sorry, Chad. No, I mean he wanted Racer to win the whole thing, though. I'm sorry, buddy.
It was
in a world where Racer revenge exists, Racer can never win.
That's a life motto right there. So the Phantom Menace game versus the Clone Wars Jedi and Tank game.
Phantom Menace game.
Phantom Menace game.
Is
the Phantom Menace game the equivalent of EOP fart? It's in the same section too.
No, because kind of. The EOP fart is great. But it was funny. Like, it's a funny thing. The Phantom Menace game is legitimately great. I'm sorry to anybody who disagrees with us, but you're wrong. The Phantom Menace game is awesome. It's a great game.
Next, we have Battle for Naboo versus Jedi Power Battles.
Jedi Power Battles.
Jedi Power Battles.
I also think that.
So are we doing Phantom Menace versus Jedi Power Battles in the next round?
Hot. As it should be.
Diggity. That's a good one.
All right. I need a music change for this one. We're back in this part. So, Section C. Battlefront 2 versus Star Wars Galaxies.
Battlefront 2.
Ooh.
Battlefront 2.
I also go Battlefront 2. There's gonna be some
Battlefront 2. There,
I
know.
I'm really sorry, guys. Galaxies is huge. It's a great game.
Chris Kemschall. I'm sorry.
We tried. It was on there. We told you.
Battlefront 2 is just one of the greatest games ever made, period. So kind of hard to compete there.
Both Racers Revenge versus Lego Star Wars.
Oh,
one.
Crud. Crap. You know what? I'm sticking to my principles. Racer Revenge.
I was also going to pick Racer's Revenge.
R.I.P. Lego Star Wars. That is crazy. That's a crazy upset. Racer Revenge is just the best pod racer game out there. In the pod racing genre needs some representation, so it's got to be Racer Revenge.
KOTOR 2 versus Republic Commando.
Republic Commando.
Damn. I'll go KOTOR 2. It happened so fast.
Republic. Matt and I are both like trying to like get our answer out there first, so that we don't need to be the person that tips it.
This is good. I'm liking this lightning round.
Oh boy, buckle in.
I'm buckled.
Oh no,
there's gonna be some tears.
Oh, I'm crying already.
And I blame Matt for Racer Revenge.
Hee hee.
KOTOR versus Lego Star Wars: The Complete Saga.
Oh, that's a bad one. It's got to be KOTOR. It's got to be KOTOR, but oh man,
it's got to be Lego for me.
Ooh.
Sorry.
AJ, take that,
tough,
buddy.
You guys threw me in the pool with cement blocks on my feet.
You're done.
Sorry.
You are screwed, dude.
Oh boy. Well. Oh boy. I know there's still some Lego representation out there. Oh, this stinks. Can we come back?
No.
What?
What's the chat saying?
AJ's in the hot seat. We have one Lego and one KOTOR.
Lego.
Or that's just KG saying Lego because Lego Star Wars lost.
Well,
we
already said Skywalker Saga is the better Lego game.
Mm-hmm.
So if this loses a classic, this will now be an additional 2 hours. We just went like 2 minutes through all that, and then
we just hit a wall, dude.
It's like Peter ordering the at the fast food place, and he's like, and like the world ends. We already said the other, so the better Lego Star Wars game's out there still.
Sure, but Complete Saga is the Complete Saga.
I know, but you voted against it.
I did not.
You voted KOTOR.
Oh yeah, I did.
So the Complete
but
Saga
KOTOR is KOTOR, dude. KOTOR is KOTOR.
Well, this is crazy. KOTOR is. I always say KOTOR is my favorite Star Wars video game of all time. If you just asked me like what my favorites are, I would be like KOTOR, Battlefront 2, Lego Star Wars.
Yeah,
like those would be the 3. And we're now in the second round, already at KOTOR versus Lego Star Wars. This is crazy. Who made this bracket?
You did.
Thank you, Mando Ranger.
I'm going KOTOR.
KOTOR is KOTOR.
Has to be done. It's all good.
I had to do what Matt did earlier. I had to defeat the nostalgia in my body.
That was it's so hard, dude. It's so hard.
But there's also
meanwhile I'm voting for Racer Revenge.
You can only do it so much. All right, we can't have this music for any other section, so
it's true.
So, Fallen Order Section D, Fallen Order versus 2017 Battlefront 2.
Sorry, say those again.
Fallen Order, Jedi Fallen Order versus Battlefront 2 2017.
You know,
I'm
gonna pick Battlefront 2 because I like Jedi Survivor better than I like Fallen Order. I can play
I'm going Fallen Order.
I can't play Fallen Order that well.
Oh,
Matt,
it's up to you.
This is bigger than the last one. I think if
no, it's
I don't want to. Maybe. I think Fallen Order is a contender. It should be like deep in there.
Fallen Order, I personally think Fallen Order's story is better than Survivor's story. And I really like Fallen Order. But Battlefront 2 is so good. The story is definitely not as good as Fallen Order, but that's because it's a multiplayer.
Fallen Order, I don't want to manipulate your
Fallen
thoughts.
Order. It's Fallen Order. Fallen Order.
That's fair.
Battlefront 2 is phenomenal, and I love it, and I put a ton of time into it, and I played the hell out of it, and I wish they would have made a third one. But Fallen Order is one of the peak Star Wars games.
It might be one of the best. People say it's the best.
Unbelievable.
Man, if we lost Lego Star Wars and Fallen Order this back to back, I think I would have had to log off for the night. We had to resume tomorrow. All right, Fallen Order moves on. Fallen
Good.
All right. Next we have Force Unleashed 2, FU2 versus Lego Skywalker Saga.
Lego Skywalker Saga.
Yep, easy.
Whew.
Easiest one we had all night.
Yep. Thank God.
Thank God. Lego The Force Awakens versus Outlaws.
Outlaws. This is ramping up.
Force Unleashed 1 versus Jedi Survivor.
Jedi Survivor.
Jedi Survivor.
Whew.
Well.
And we're back with the old ones.
Who is going to win? Who's going to win the old Star Wars games?
Dark Forces versus X-Wing.
Dark Forces. It's a flying game. You got to get those out of here. Except for pod racing.
That's not flying, though.
I know. You're right.
Rebel Assault 2 versus Shadows of the Empire.
Shadows, unfortunately.
This is like becoming very Marauder like coded now.
Yeah. I mean, oh man, that was actually more tough than it should have been. Or that was more easy.
Shadows of the Empire is great.
Shadows of the Empire is phenomenal, but so is Rebel Assault 2.
No. It's good, great. But it's no Shadows.
Yeah, you're right.
So, next up, we're in section B, the not so olds. Bounty Hunter versus Obi-Wan. Jango Fett versus Obi-Wan.
The original battle. Bounty Hunter.
I'm going Bounty Hunter. Obi-Wan's a great game. Bounty Hunter's a greater game.
Better game.
Okay, fair enough.
So, the Phantom Menace game versus Jedi Power Battles.
Phantom Menace game. It's the better Phantom Menace game.
It is the better Phantom Menace game.
It's the better Phantom Menace game. Shadows of the Empire versus Phantom Menace. Oh, no.
That was good. That was a matchup, though. All right. Battlefront 2. The original, don't forget, versus Racer Revenge.
Battlefront 2.
Yeah, Battlefront 2 for me.
Battlefront 2.
This one's
Battlefront 2.
As I've said before, Battlefront 2 is the greatest game ever made. So it's kind of hard to beat that. Except for maybe one thing. But we'll find out.
Republic Commando versus KOTOR.
KOTOR.
Jamie.
I'm thinking.
KOTOR. I have my pick, but KOTOR.
I'm sorry, Chad. Battlefront 2 can't be beat.
Fully replayed Republic Commando recently. I just played the one level and was like, "Oh, this cooks." But
it's a fantastic game. But I came in here planning on picking KOTOR. Chad, if you wanted Republic Commando to win, I'm very sorry. That's probably the most Chad game on here, right?
Like it's against KOTOR.
It's tough matchup. As we learned last week, it's about the matchups, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Wow, that's a prime time matchup next. So, Fallen Order versus... Oh, this music cannot play during this.
No, get it out of here.
Not allowed. Not allowed. Fallen Order versus Lego Skywalker Saga.
Fallen Order.
Fallen Order.
Ooh. Fallen Order.
No, Hannah. I don't think you would like Republic Commando if you don't like shooters.
It is an
incredibly shooter game.
Yeah. I'm sad a Lego game didn't make it far. Well, it didn't make it to like the... It didn't make it to the Elite Eight.
It's all about matchup, like you said.
I know. Fallen Order is tough to beat. I know. I'm sorry, KG. I'm sorry, chat. I'm sorry, Chad. Sorry, everybody. Outlaws versus Jedi Survivor.
Jedi Survivor.
Yeah, Survivor.
Survivor. I keep waiting for Jamie to pick because I'm like, I'm allowing myself to be put on the hot seat, but then it's not happening.
so far.
All right.
Sorry, Hannah. This is getting rough, guys.
I know we're picking against everyone's favorites. It's tough. There's some good games left here. These are, let me read off the Elite Eight. Dark Forces, Shadows of the Empire, Bounty Hunter, The Phantom Menace game, Battlefront 2 Original, KOTOR, Fallen Order, Survivor. That's that's pretty strong.
This is good.
All right. Dark Forces versus Shadows of the Empire.
Oh, Shadows.
I gotta go Shadows.
I'm also going Shadows.
Sorry, Jack.
Honestly, the soundtrack wins it.
Yeah.
The soundtrack wins it over. And the whole multimedia thing.
Grandiose. I mean, the multimedia project is just incredible. It's just such a cool thing to try to do. It's just very impressive.
The Bounty Hunter versus the Phantom Menace game.
The Phantom Menace game.
Phantom Menace game.
I'm going Bounty Hunter.
Jamie. Thank you.
I mean, it got this far. I don't think it's gonna get any farther than that, but it got this far.
I can't believe it's gotten this far.
What are you talking about?
It's Do you good,
know who we are?
Bounty Hunter's like revolutionary.
No, it's not.
I think it is. Battlefront 2 versus KOTOR. Oh, wait, the music. Nobody vote. Battlefront 2 versus KOTOR.
Battlefront 2.
KOTOR. Oh!
That is so disappointing. Battlefront 2, I think, deserves to win the whole thing, in my opinion, but that's fine.
I think that KOTOR.
Of course it is. It got far.
Thing. So.
I mean, you could say that should have been the finals.
Yeah, I guess it should have.
Positioned differently.
Yeah.
Well, we'll give people some chatter with that one because we've kind of been rushing through these, but it's fine. Like KOTOR, the things you can do in KOTOR, like the fact it's an RPG game, I think I lean towards that. These days, I'm much more of an RPG player than I was when I was 12, 11, or 10, 11, 12, whenever the hell Battlefront 2 came out.
But Battlefront 2 is just so good in every way.
Great, but it's going against one of the best.
I think Battlefront 2 is the best. That's my whole thing.
Yeah.
But hey,
it's close. I mean, I love Battlefront 2. It's always both of these games I can play. Both these games I do play now. I still play these games.
I play the hell out of Battlefront 2 still to this day.
I play it all the time, maybe yearly. I play KOTOR at least yearly, if not bi-yearly. I play it all the time.
It's the only competitive game I can beat you in. Is Battlefront 2.
I love an open world game, and I love an open world Star Wars game, RPG, like KOTOR. It's janky now with the stuff, but I just find stuff comical in it. I find stuff amazing. The whole Revan, the story alone with Revan is one of the greatest. I think it is the greatest twist in Star Wars history. I think it's that good.
Wow.
I didn't even know about it until 2016 or something. When we were out of college, I fully played the full game. Didn't know the story of Revan, and I'm not going to spoil it for anyone that doesn't know it here because it's that good. But when that happened in the game, I was like, wait, what the hell? So that I think it is the best twist, twist surprise, whatever you want to call it, in Star Wars. So
fair enough.
A lot of reasons. So I will turn the epic early 2000s rock off, and we have Fallen Order versus Survivor. This is all right. So we didn't really give Cal Kestis in the Jedi games its like time of day yet. This is the time to do it because we got the matchup. What do you guys think of these games? Cal Kestis, maybe my favorite Jedi.
He is in my top 5. I love Cal. I love how compassionate he is and how chill he is, even though he's turning to the dark side currently, but that's okay. This is hard. I like the story of Fallen Order better because I think it is I think it's just a tighter story. But Jedi Survivor's gameplay is nuts, and all the side quests you can do, and the world you can explore. It's like one of those like semi-open world games that's really good, and there are just certain things like introducing the Gendai and the crashed Lucre Hulk on
High Republic,
Kobo, and the
it's
High
a blend
Republic
of so many things.
It just really brings everything together in such a cool way. But Fallen Order is such a tight, perfect story that is just so clever in the way that it touches on grief and the Force, and Cal getting over his mental blocks so that he can relearn the Force. So they're not treating it like it's just like a thing that you can power up, but it's there.
That was cool.
There's like a
treating
story
it like
reason.
overcoming the trauma.
Exactly. There's a story reason for why you're unlocking these things. It's because you are through overcoming your trauma. Which is unbelievable. What a great idea.
So what's your pick? And don't blurt them all out. We want this to be suspenseful. So I'll give you the breakdown that you were kind of just doing. Chad is right for JFO. Fallen Order has the better story. So check mark for better story in Fallen Order. I like the characters in Survivor better. I know there's a lot of returning ones, but you have some new ones. You get to see more people fleshed out a bit more. So check mark Survivor. Locations and world Survivor. Gameplay Survivor. Story's most important probably, so that may give it like 2 checks, but you have the 3 checks for Survivor in my mind. Not to mention all the added customization and stuff that people love that you can do in that game, and all the High Republic stuff and all the stuff mixed in. It's a bit messier. It's not the tight story like you're talking about, but I seem to like my Star Wars stories messy. I'm voting Survivor.
I'm voting Fallen Order.
Ooh.
Okay, I knew it was going to come to this somehow.
Only one of them has an epic sequence with Marin.
You're quite right.
That is untrue.
Which is that sequence is amazing.
I've loved the character of Cal from like the moment we met him in Fallen Order, and I've loved seeing his growth overall. And Jedi Fallen Order is literally one of like the best stories. Although I really love seeing him in Survivor more fleshed out and just like more confident like in himself, and like that was the whole point of that at that point in his life. And I loved getting to see like everyone else in the crew also like where they have like grown from. And then it also has like, I know that you like mentioned, Matt, like talking about how Fallen Order deals with the ways of unlocking the new abilities was like facing your traumas and whatnot, and like Cal is still continuing to do that, and like they still push forward like with that as well. I think that I'm going to pick Survivor though. because, as AJ just reminded, there's like the other section of you get to play as Marin very quickly, with just like the powers and whatnot, and it's just like so much more to like unlock, and just like exploring the Force in like a different way, and
Bode.
I loved
our
Bode.
buff Bode.
I loved Beefcake Bode. Like, don't get me started. Like
Beefcake Bode.
Like,
and the connection to Obi-Wan Kenobi with the path, the hidden path.
Yeah,
you go to Jeddah with the hidden path and the High Republic.
There was so much, and like they tied it to a lot of things.
Oh, playing as Seer part 2,
fighting Vader as Seer, awesome.
Yeah,
but this game doesn't have
sequence.
This sums it up here, though. Survivor. I've always said this because Matt always brings up JFO as the better story. Survivor is the better game. Fallen Order has the better story, if that makes sense. So
yeah, I am not as broken up about Survivor beating Fallen Order as I am.
I'm still gonna pick Survivor.
BF2 over KOTOR.
You can't be too survived about Survivor. You can't be too surprised.
No, I'm not surprised, but I'm still devastated.
No, that's fair.
That's my goat, dude. My goat lost.
All right. We have now our final 4 of Shadows of the Empire, the Phantom Menace game, KOTOR, and Survivor. Which of these does not belong?
Clearly, KOTOR.
So, to go to the final, we have Shadows of the Empire versus the Phantom Menace.
All right.
Game.
Screw it. Phantom Menace game.
Shadows of the Empire. Sheezer's theme alone.
Well, if you have been watching this stream the entire time, you know where our loyalties lie. It's the Phantom Menace game.
Whoa! In the final?
Yeah, in the final.
Where it's on brand, AJ.
Oh my god. The integrity.
Shadows of the Empire is a fantastic game, but dude, the Phantom Menace game is just good. It's a good.
Can I just say that this side of the bracket kicks this side of the bracket's ass
until Phantom Menace game wins the whole thing.
So I have a sports comparison for the 5 people that will understand me. This past year, the Patriots got to the Super Bowl. It was great. We're Patriots fans. At least, yeah, we were Patriots fans. I was gonna say Matt doesn't count, but he is. They got to the Super Bowl and played the other conference. The Seahawks were the winners of that. The Patriots are the Phantom Menace game of this bracket. They got this far, but the other conference is probably a bit stronger. So anyways.
Gonna get the yips in the final round.
We're playing this from here on out. So we have Knights of the Old Republic versus Jedi Survivor.
Why is everybody talking about Masters of Terrace Kasai? Why? Oh my god.
I have it in the room over there.
I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry.
I voted for it. I voted for it.
Phil, what do you think? We're in almost the final round.
Phil, can you believe that these people voted for the Phantom Menace game to get to the final?
I won't hear it.
So, and in this side, we have Knights of the Republic versus Jedi Survivor.
I'm gonna go KOTOR.
Jedi Survivor.
Well. It comes down to me. I do. Who voted for Survivor? Matt?
I did. Survivor, dude. Survivor is so good.
These are probably my 2 favorite Star Wars games of all time, possibly.
Yeah.
I've said that for like 3 matchups. But this one also.
These are really...
I have to. Someone mentioned it earlier.
Don't say
People have been chasing KOTOR for years. They've been chasing that high of that game for years. Nothing has quite captured it. There's been other greats along the way. And the Fallen Order and Survivor games, the Jedi games, the Cal Kestis games, are certainly that. And for the record, I would have Survivor beat Battlefront 2.
Ugh.
But KOTOR I don't think it can beat KOTOR. KOTOR wins. KOTOR moves on to play the Phantom Menace game. This has been a blast, but this is no Vader breathing versus lightsaber hum final.
I mean, it would have been like, Shadows of the Empire versus KOTOR, which is a little more legit.
They can't all be great. They can't all be all timers. Versus, what's everyone saying about Terrascasi now?
Nothing.
Nothing. Okay. So the final is the Phantom Menace video game, if you can believe it or not, made by the great people over at Big Ape Games versus KOTOR.
Made over by the great people at Obsidian Games.
So we have Big Ape Games versus Obsidian.
Can
you make the thing big?
Yeah.
That sounded weird.
That's not what I wanted.
Look what you created. Boys. Did it go?
There you
go. What a journey. The first round took us 2 hours. The rest of it took us 40 minutes.
Whoa.
Yep.
Oh, BioWare. BioWare did the first
I added that in.
Obsidian.
It was BioWare
okay.
Obsidian.
And Obsidian, okay. So, I mean...
It's KOTOR.
Yeah. Are we really going to give a vote to the Phantom Menace game?
I will.
No final sweep?
Nope.
So you're sitting here with your integrity and telling me that the Phantom Menace game is better than Knights of the Old Republic?
Mm-hmm.
With a straight face?
Yes.
This is your last chance to have integrity, Matt.
Integrity? All right, fine. KOTOR, yeah, whatever.
All right. There we go.
But the Phantom Menace is I legitimately think the Phantom Menace deserved to be in the finals. I'm not lying. I
mean, out of all of these games on this side, like I said, maybe, yeah, and it got there. I think Shadows of the Empire, Dark Forces, Bounty Hunter. See, what the problem was, and I like the way that we laid it out from like old to recent. But if we randomized it, maybe we try this again next year with the same games and see what happens. But if we had like Lego something on this side or like Battlefront 2 on this side and KOTOR on this side, I don't know.
I don't know, dude. It sounds like to you, KOTOR ain't losing to anything on that list.
Probably not.
So we just end up with KOTOR again.
Although, did we get?
But it would be a different way to get there.
Yeah, I created this path because it was my final deciding vote, unfortunately, for Lego The Complete Saga. But at the end of the day, integrity, I had to go KOTOR because I think I replay KOTOR more than I replay The Complete Saga. That's one of the thoughts in my head. So
that's fair.
Oh yeah, next year we'll have Galactic Racer and Zero Company.
Hopefully Galactic Racer wins the whole thing next year.
Maybe it will. You never know. So that was Marauder Madness Video Games Edition.
That certainly was madness.
It was madness. I think maybe there was some upsets. There were certainly some upsets along the way, but KOTOR won. Maybe we kind of predicted that. Whereas last week, Vader breathing, definitely a heavy favorite, but maybe we didn't think that was the clear favorite. I don't know what I thought the clear favorite would have been for this. I guess Battlefront 2, KOTOR.
I was expecting KOTOR to win, but I was hoping we could pull some upsets before that happened. Look, I love KOTOR.
You tried.
Don't get me wrong, but there are other Star Wars games that I think are better.
I mean, it's tough because Survivor and Fallen Order are definitely up there with KOTOR. I know I've said that like 5 times, but like they're there, and it's at this given day. On this given day, I picked KOTOR over Survivor. But tomorrow, maybe I'll feel differently.
We'll do it. We'll do it the next one tomorrow. Yeah. Tune in. We'll do this whole thing all over again.
Let's do it again. We'll do it again. We'll do it live. But yeah, Marauder Madness video games was a success. I miss hearing the sound effects so often that we had last week.
I know.
So
that was.
But
fun.
Next week, we're gonna have to do our research, guys, because next week we're repeating what started this whole thing last year. we're gonna be looking at those background characters even deeper. It's gonna be even gluppier than last year. There's not gonna be any decks. There's not gonna be any of those more major glups, if you want to call them that. So I think that's gonna be a really fun stream. We'll have all the images again. Matt did a solid job getting the images.
Yes, thank you.
Uploading them, like pulling them up, maybe not as. Can we get a picture of KOTOR? What?
1 sec. Where is it? Boom.
It's gone. Oh, there it is. Can I just say, it's been 2 hours and 45 minutes. Imagine if this actually did get greenlit as a panel.
Holy crap. Well, then again, it would be us discussing the games, but I think we would have had the audience vote, right?
So we would have the audience voting.
It would have been worse. Everyone would have been screaming.
True.
Anyway.
They would have stormed the
Captive
stage.
Captive audience.
Stormed the stage.
We're gonna do it anyways at PAX in the hallway and just yell out. What do you think?
What do you think?
Outlaws, Lego.
Listen to this.
Well, so next week we'll try to get these out ahead of time, and we'll get people requested kind of PDF brackets to watch, maybe watch along or post online or something. For the final week next week, we'll try to get something up for you guys. To kind of play along or send us something what you think is gonna win, and that could be fun. So
yeah,
madness.
Glup Madness. You gotta love it.
Glup Madness. Glup Madness 2.
We're ready. I'm ready.
Electric Boogaloo.
All right, that's next week. See you guys next week.
See you, everybody. Thank you.
Bye.
Welcome back to Marauder Madness 2026. Video games. Who will rise to the top to be grand champion? Let's find out.